This is the All-American Coaching League, presented by Axis Sports.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to week 2 of the All-American Coaching League. I am Dave Axis. This is brought to you by Axis Sports. Welcome, everybody, in the chat. We were running a few minutes behind. Sorry about that. I have a mistake on Benji's graphics, so he's probably going to hate me, but, you know, shit happens. What are you going to do? I already see people in the chat. What's up, party people? I also have some party people with me in the booth tonight. I've got my color commentator, Frank the Franchise Wade, hanging out with me. Frank, what's up? Welcome to the All-American Coaching League, your debut, if you will, for calling games.
Yes, it is, debut. I'm a little nervous, to tell you the truth.
Hey, come on, you're hanging with me, bro. We're good. Never mind the fact, if you heard some of these other guys the last week, come on. You should have no problem whatsoever.
Well, thanks for having me.
Of course, bro. Also, our third wheel tonight will be... I don't know who it is. It might be Eagle Mondavi. It might be Peter Fitzwell. I'm not sure who it is, but let's check and see. Who's our third wheel tonight? Who's in the booth with us?
Oh, it's Eagle. Peter
okay.
is too busy getting ready for tomorrow's game.
You know, Peter's always too busy for me, it seems like. What's going on with that?
He's just, you're not important to him, that's all.
Apparently, I'm not. Apparently, Peter Fitzwell does not fit well in my schedule, I guess. But it is what it is. Frank, Eagle, thanks for being here tonight. Appreciate both you guys being here.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it.
Yep, you got it. All right, so real quick, let's talk about a couple of things. You guys, everybody saw, that's not what I want. You guys, the new rankings came out today. UNLV stayed put at number 20. Kansas made a pretty good jump, you guys. I believe they were number 13, so they jumped up 4 spots. By the way, when we get to Kansas here in a moment, I left the Western Michigan offense and defense on there on accident when I switched the graphic over, so we will discuss what they really run when we get over there. But in the meantime, Frank, don't know if you got a chance to watch UNLV's game last week. They had a really close game. They lost to Colorado, who was at the time the 5th-ranked team in the nation, only lost by a touchdown. But they've got some good players over there. On the players to watch, I didn't put Maddie Britton because I think that's too much of a gimme. What I did is I put the 2 players of the game for them. Quarterback Dustin McRack, which I know you're familiar with, and strong safety Andre Nicholson. If you got a chance to watch that UNLV game, or even if you didn't, what's your opinion of UNLV this season?
That's one of those teams, that is sneaky. You're going to have to keep an eye on, and you can't take lightly because as soon as you do, they're going to come up and bite you. Yeah,
they've got that good passing game too. They're one of many teams running the 4-2-5, one of a couple teams running the pro style. Eagle, let me bring you in. Why does the 4-2-5 seem like it's so popular in this league?
I just personally think just secondary speed with a couple linebackers and, getting to that quarterback faster, taking away the option pass, the option that the quarterbacks run a lot in college. I'm running a 4-2-5, and it worked fantastic against Cincinnati. So I'm happy when teams are running the 4-2-5.
Yeah, I also run a 4-2-5. I just like all the DB speed. I like having the extra DBs on the field a lot. And then we're going over to the Kansas side real quick. A couple corrections. If I remember, Kansas runs the air raid, actually, not the West Virginia offense. And their defense, they run a 4-3 multiple. Only one of, I think, 2 or 3 teams in the entire league. Frank, let me go to you. Kansas, led by not just Benji Matson, but also Benji Mangino. Major Kittens had one hell of a game. last week against Minnesota. And Kevin Smith is your All-American Coaching League Defensive Player of the Week with his 3 interceptions. What impresses you about this Kansas team?
Well, it looks like with the 4-3 multiple, they're going to be geared up to try to stop any kind of rushing attack that's going to be put on, which is not what you're seeing from some of the other teams with that 4-2-5. 4-2-5, it puts 6 men in the box, and it gives the offense options to either pass or run. Whereas the 4-3 is going to force teams to throw.
Eagle, did you get a chance to catch the Kansas game and Kevin Smith and Major Kitten's performances last week?
I actually did, because I thought it was one of the best commentary match.
Was that the one with Mike All and?
Yes, and
yes,
and D's nuts.
D's nuts.
I'm not gonna lie though, Dave. I was completely disappointed with Kansas last week.
Really?
I actually did not vote to move them up in my ranking as the AD at Syracuse. I kept them at 13. That was a messy game, in my opinion. And Kansas got lucky over Minnesota.
Yeah, I would say that Kansas didn't play their best game, but you got to give them props for the second half. Both Kevin Smith Kevin Smith had, I think, most of his interceptions in the first half, but Major Kittens really brought that game home in the second half with his legs, kind of like your quarterback. Eagle.
There is no quarterback in college football like Taz von Wolfswinkel. Just saying. Heisman.
That could be true. We are just moments away, folks, from going out to the field. Just want to give you a heads up on the weather before we head out there. We're going to Lawrence, Kansas. UNLV at Kansas. It's 43 degrees, so it's a little chilly, but it's clear. The cold can affect some teams, Frank, but I think somebody like Kansas is used to playing it. What about these West Coast desert teams like UNLV traveling to a place like Kansas to have to play in this freezing cold?
UNLV is going to have some trouble adjusting to the weather. It's going to be, they're used to that desert weather, and they're going to get up there. And that Kansas, I've been up there before. I used to live up in Wichita, Kansas, and it gets bitterly cold up there.
Yeah, I'm not down with the cold. The cold is really not in my wheelhouse. It is not my lady jam. It is yours, though, Eagle. Do you agree with Frank, right before we hit the field here, do you agree with Frank that UNLV could have some trouble in the cold? It's probably only going to get colder during the game.
They're athletes. They're college athletes getting scholarships to play football. They'll be fine. They're going to do their job in the rain, in the snow, in the sleet, underwater. They'll do their job.
Underwater.
Underwater. All right, I'd like to see that game. For those of you who tune in for week 3, I guess. In the meantime, let's head out to Lawrence, Kansas as the teams are hitting the field. And here come your Kansas Jayhawks, Benji.
Jayhawks going to be in all blue tonight?
Yep, that's what Benji requested. He wanted his blues. UNLV just in their regular ways like they were. I think UNLV played away last week, if I'm not mistaken. There's a few teams that have 2 away games to begin the season. Here we are at Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. Look at all the red, white, and blue. Kind of looks like your place, right?
Yeah, packed house. I can't wait to see Kansas and Tech play.
Oh, that's going to be that's going to be a good game. And so is Houston's in your division too, right? Houston's looking strong.
Yes.
All right, here's the kickoff. There goes the screen, and you almost missed what happened. There you go. You're welcome. Jimmy Carey with a 22-yard return as I'm trying to get the proper scores with the new rankings. UNLV is one of only 3 teams, you guys, that did not move in the rankings, along with number 1 and number 2, Old Dominion and Central Florida. Otherwise, you had, 21 of 24 teams moving in the rankings this week. Does that show parity? Does that just show some week 1 craziness, Frank? What does that show?
That just shows that everybody still kind of get that feeling out process going.
Yeah, I agree. Dustin McCrack with a crazy throw over the middle, Eagle. I'm not sure who he was throwing to exactly.
I know he found his favorite target carry there, who had the kickoff return for that 19-yard completion earlier.
Oh, Eagle's muted. Sorry, I didn't realize Eagle was muted.
No, I was gonna talk, but Frank talks, so I'm just muting myself. I'm muting myself when I'm not talking. That's all.
All right, no worries. As UNLV, Scott Johnson, 8-yard rush around the end. What were you gonna say, Eagle?
You asked me about who is it to, and I was just shocked with the throw. That's all.
Yeah, it was. These guys, everybody's got a game under their belt now. As he throws a nice little out pattern over there. Wow. Tracy Hall, a 16-yard reception. Frank, he only got about a 3-yard reception. Got the rest of that on his own.
That's a hard run right there.
It is. Real quick, let's check some people in the chat. Another TV viewer, Benji Matson, Bob Funk, Bo Martin Jr., Dave Axis, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Droop Dog, Eagle Mondavi, Gunny, Charles, Madison, Freddie, and XYFM in the house tonight, enjoying the All-American Coaching League opening game of Week 2. UNLV last week losing 0-1. Kansas sneaking by Minnesota to go 1-0 as McCrack steps back. Nice little out pattern over to the side to his favorite receiver, Jimmy Carey. Eagle, you know a little bit about receiving. How'd you like that pattern right there?
I mean, 9-yard out, it's beautiful. Sets up a clean and easy 3rd and 1 for them.
And it looks like Scott Johnson takes that easy 3rd and 1 and turns it to an easy touchdown. 31-yard touchdown run for Scott Johnson. Ooh. Frank.
3rd and 1, 31 yards. Just
saying, what do you know? See that? That's why you're here, Eagle. That's exactly why you're here.
For the randomness. I love it. Yes.
It is. Frank, number 46, who I'm thinking is the fullback, key block on that end right there.
I saw that. Kansas was starting to send a little pressure because Dustin's getting the ball down the field, and he burns him with the outside run. 46 setting the edge right there.
Well, Eagle, you said that Kansas didn't really impress you last week. How was that defense right now? Did that impress you?
It never does. It just gets I mean, watching college football and actually watching, some games this past weekend, there is, no defense in college football whatsoever.
No, it's
great.
Like. It's great. That's what I love about it. I'd like if they even had, one man down. If we played, 11 on 10, that would be even more fun. Delayed handoff up the middle, and UNLV's not having any of that as Cadillac scooted back for a 1-yard loss. Already a 2nd and 11, Frank. This is kind of what Eagle was talking about. Kansas looking a little bit like they looked last week.
Yeah, UNLV all over that. Now Kansas going tempo here.
Another handoff to Cadillac Scoots this time. He almost broke that. Number 13 with the shoestring tackle, but he does get a 5-yard gain. Eagle, they put themselves in a difficult 3rd and 6 already.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 6. You gotta pass the ball here. You don't need any option. You don't want to run the ball for Scoots.
Oh,
and hits him straight in the face mask, it looked like.
I don't think that was Major Kitten's fault. I think that was the receiver's fault, so we can't put that one on him, I don't think. All right, so Kansas, a quick 3 and out. Actually, I think they had a first down on the first play, and then they got a 3 and out. I don't remember.
Not what they needed. No, he lost a yard on that first play.
Oh, is that what? Okay. All the way back to the 20 with good punt. Maddie Britton with an 11-yard return.
Ooh, Maddie Britton's hurt. Maddie Britton's hurt.
Up slow.
Oh, he's hurt.
We'll have to watch for the supersonic 1.5-second injury report when it pops up on the screen right above the score. UNLV at their own 32-yard line. McCrack drops back. Chris Bray with the deflection. Frank, if he picks that off, that's a pick 6, baby.
That's a pick 6 all the way.
That was good defense by Kansas. Eagle, I think Kansas' defense is what kept them in the game last week in the first half, and then their offense showed up.
Shitty throw.
It was terrible. Then their offense showed up in the second half. Are we starting to see a repeat of the same thing as last week?
I think so. I mean, I told you I was not sold on Kansas last week, and they didn't move up or down in my ranking. I keep them 13th. If anybody wants to know my ranking, I'll tell at some point. But
that was Maddie Britton on the reception.
Yeah, so Maddie's back in. But Kansas needs to show me something. That's all.
Well, Kansas might be one of those second-half teams that we hear about in college football. Maybe Benji lets his players go out late at night. And there's how do you drop number 31 for Kansas? Falls on the ball and can't get the ball. and gives UNLV the opportunity. I don't even – how do you –
Shame.
I don't even understand that.
The UNLV's got to put this in the end zone.
Oh, a little pitch action to the right. Scott Johnson around the edge. Kansas defending that pretty well with only a 2-yard rush. That punt, Eagle, 2 opportunities for Kansas to get the ball, and they muffed both of them.
I mean, if I was, the coach of Kansas, I'm looking already to switch to kick returner that early in the game because, first quarter, he has a chance to come back, but he's also got a chance to do that 6 more times.
Well, Scott Johnson right up the middle for a 13-yard rush. First and goal at the 2 or 3-yard line. Oh, a little blitz, but McCrack gets away from it, throws it away. Smart play there by the quarterback, Frank.
Yeah, that's the way to get rid of it. Didn't have anything there, and he lives to play another down.
I'm a little surprised that he wasn't sacked as Scott Johnson now takes another run up the middle, 2-yard run. UNLV already starting, looking like they are running away with this Eagle. Usually the Kansas defense plays better than this in the first half, but we're barely halfway through the first quarter and they've already given up 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, they've been straight up throat punched by UNLV. It's tough. It's, first quarter, there's a lot of time left, but can they recover or are they just going to keep stumbling?
Well, let's find out here. I think this is McCringleberry, if I'm not mistaken, from his own end zone, out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. Real quick, offense at a glance already. UNLV ran 14 plays to Kansas's only 3 and out. UNLV already at 100 yards, Frank, and Kansas not even in double digits.
Yeah, Jayhawks at a big hole right now, and they're going to be forced to put the ball in the air, which could be beneficial for UNLV.
Well, they're going to put it in the air, but it's going to be a short little pass over the middle. 6-yard reception to Cadillac Scoots. A couple more people jumping in the chat. Looks like the Greg Soto and Jeff Gagne have joined us, and David Leathers as well, and Doug Britton. Good to see everybody tonight here in the opening game of Week 2 in the All-American Coaching League. Chris Clement with an 8-yard reception and a first down. Eagle, this is just the way they may have to do it. They just may have to dink and dunk their way down the field for a little bit.
Yeah, I actually thought that was pretty close to being out of bounds. So that's probably why the no hurry came out for Kansas to take that away.
Chris Clement with a 3-yard reception. I didn't even see the coach reaching for his flag, so I don't think he was worried about it, or he just didn't have time to do it. From the shotgun again, Major Kittens, 4 receivers, 1 back from the shotgun. He's got good protection. A little, wow. Cadillac Scoots had a little bit of daylight. Probably could have got a first down. Stepped out of bounds after only a 2-yard gain. Puts him in a 3 and 5. Frank, you got to be more aware of that along the sideline.
Yeah, it's got to be a better job by him. It seems like Scoots is going to be the main target now of the quarterback with the running game and the pass.
Oh my gosh. Major Kittens just hangs it up. Tingle McCringleberry double teamed, and somehow, Eagle, he came down with that.
Yeah, so Kittens just closed his eyes and prayed as he threw that up.
That reminds me a little of that play of the week. If you haven't seen the All-American Coaching League play of the week for Week 1, it is the Hail Mary by Central Florida against Marshall at the end of that game to win the game. It looked very similar to that pass, Frank. And Kansas taking a little playbook out of Central Florida's playbook, I guess.
Well, what UNLV is doing wrong here is they're going 3 down linemen, not putting any extra pressure on them. So he's got all the time in the world to sit back there and find somebody. That was a prayer that, like Eagle said, he just closed his eyes and ripped it.
They were very fortunate. I don't think that's the offense, Eagle, that they should be running, though. Do you? Let's go 3rd and 5 and just hang it up every time?
No, UNLV is going to pick that off 75% of the time.
Handoff. Oh, no, Dustin McCrack kept the ball. 4-yard loss. Bam Buttersworth with his first tackle of the day. And, Frank, you got to watch out for Bam Bam, especially when he's a little slippery coming off the edge like that.
That's right. You got to Bam Bam. You got to watch him.
Buttersworth, my favorite player on Kansas right there.
Is that right?
Oh, yes.
Let's see here. McCrack with a 5-step drop hits the, I guess that's the fullback or the tight end, Essex Denobla.
That's Essex Denobola. That's
Denobola.
That's my son's name in the SFL.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Ooh, what a shot over the middle also to Essex again for a 17-yard reception that time.
So what we're hearing though, Dave, is that Frank's son decided not to play for him and go to UNLV.
My hockey player on Doug's team in the hockey league is Essex Dinabola, so I think Doug just used that.
Essex Dinabola is a very popular name apparently.
Yeah, we got that from my dad. My dad's 2 Navy ships that he was on when he was in the Navy for 6 years.
Oh, nice. Okay. Well, there we go. Wow, he hits Dinabola again, 19-yard reception. He is racking up the yards. You think by now, after 3 or 4 in a row, Eagle, Kansas could get on top of that and cover that guy a little bit.
Yeah, you would think, but great couple plays, good drive here for UNLV.
McCrack pulling out a long bomb of his own, broken up by Trammon Parsons. That was a little dangerous pass, Frank.
Yes, it was. That should have been picked.
The quarterbacks.
He needs to go.
Quarterbacks on both
He needs
teams
to go back
not
to dunking it to the sideline.
Yeah, he does. Both quarterbacks, though, showing early that they are not afraid to let loose and hang it up for just anybody to grab. As he hits Scott Johnson for a 10-yard reception out to the sideline, wrapping up the last few seconds of this quarter. Let's see if they get another playoff or if we go into the second quarter. Looks like we're going to move into the second quarter, folks. Exciting, eventful quarter with 21 points scored, Frank. UNLV looking like the better team right now, really taking it to Kansas, but Kansas with that long Hail Mary opportunity. How do you see this game so far? Is it all UNLV still?
UNLV is more balanced right now with the run game and the passing game. So Scott Johnson, 2 touchdowns, and you got Essex Dinabola making a name for himself.
Well, here comes the running Rebels again. Matty Britton, a 7-yard reception over the middle. I don't know, Eagle. If UNLV scores here again, it's going to be an uphill battle for Kansas.
Yeah, just if you're UNLV, just keep running those routes, let Scott Johnson get a little space there, and this game is just going to fall into your hands.
Yeah, Scott Johnson with a 1-yard loss around the edge. He seems to be a better runner up the middle so far today, Frank. He's not really getting those yards around the edge.
Right, you got to get him going downhill and attacking that way. When the defense gets him to stretch out, then you have a chance.
And there it is again. This time it's Brad Watson barely getting back to the line of scrimmage, and we're now in a 3rd and 12. They can get a first down at about the 6-inch yard line. They're going to go shotgun again. 4 receivers set, 1 back. Over the middle, wide open. David
touchdown.
Nixon, 12-yard touchdown. Eagle, that guy was so wide open. I don't know if anybody even knew he was in the game.
Untouched, clean, great drive from UNLV there.
There's nobody within 10 yards of this guy.
No.
And that's the first time, I think, Frank, that we called his name all night, too.
Yeah, that's his first reception.
Yeah, well, that's good. 1 for 1. 100% of the catches he's caught today have been for touchdowns. How about that? UNLV going up 21-7 early here in the second quarter. Things are looking a little dim for Kansas, but there is a lot of football still to be played. How important is it, Eagle, for Kansas to respond right now?
I mean, you got to respond, or it's just going to get ugly really fast.
Well, Tingle McCringleberry with a 26-yard return, as we see a couple highlights from early in that first quarter. UNLV touchdowns and the Kansas touchdown. More people jumping in the chat. Good to see everybody. Welcome to the All-American Coaching League. This is game 1 of week 2. UNLV 0-1, Kansas 1-0. Although by looking at it, except for that crazy pass, it doesn't look like these two teams are their records. Cadillac Scoots. Frank, I don't know what's going on here. Kansas can't do anything, and then every time they do a wild play, they get a big gain.
They're trying to get the ball to Scoots as much as possible. It seems they're having more success getting it to them in the air than running the ball. 21-7, they've got to move the ball down here and score. If not, then it's totally going to take them out of their game plan.
I was actually a little surprised as we see an incomplete pass. Major Kitten 7 for 9, just over 100 yards. UNLV, I'm trying to remember, they lost to Washington State?
Oh, what a shot. Major Kittens is down.
It is down. Oh, did they lose to us? No, that was Air Force. Oh, they lost to Colorado.
No, you lost.
That's
Yeah.
right. So
They lost to
UNLV,
Colorado.
so UNLV was the 20th ranked team in the nation going into week 1 in the preseason. They played the 5th team in the nation, and they kept it close and only lost by a touchdown. Eagle, are you surprised they didn't move up in the rankings at least a little bit?
Not really, because if you look across the board, everybody was pretty close, losing by a touchdown. There was only a couple blowouts, a couple 2-score games. So overall, I think the rankings for the most part were to what I saw, at least.
Okay. UNLV from their own 15-yard line. Kansas had a punt. I'm sure you guys already know that since you were watching. Lone Star Glory is saying we need a Navy team. There were a few people that said they wanted Navy, but then they ended up taking other teams. So, although Houston is running the Navy offense and they are doing it, they're running it very well. They were very efficient in their win last week.
That's McCrack's worst pass of the game.
That was bad. That brings up 3rd and 9. Frank, just talking about the ranking thing again, as I was mentioning to Eagle, if UNLV played number 5 close and then they beat number 9, they've got to move up next week, right?
Oh, they've got to move up. I only had, Eagle said he didn't move Kansas up. I only moved them up 1 spot after last week. So, I think with a win here against Kansas, I think UNLV definitely needs to move.
Well,
yeah, I would agree with that, because it's like you win, you're 1-1. There's no reason for you to be within the bottom 4, right?
Right.
So
that's especially since you figure a quarter of the teams are probably going to be 0-2, roughly, right? So
yeah,
that makes sense. But let's be honest, there's a lot of football to be played. We're not even halfway through the second quarter. They're only down 2 touchdowns, and let's not forget, Kansas against Minnesota last week was also down a couple touchdowns and came back to win the game. As he hits Cadillac Scoots' favorite receiver so far today for a 7-yard gain. Let's see if Kansas can get something going here, Frank, and put something on the board before halftime.
They need to get somebody else involved more than Cadillac Scoots.
Well, there's Major Kittens, who, by the way, was your one of your players of the game last week. I think he had 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns. Looks like he's finally tired of throwing the ball, and he wants to start running it again. Running quarterbacks seem to be doing pretty well in this league so far, Eagle.
Yeah. I mean, just look at Taz, right? It's like Taz is just watch out. It's going to be fun to see. The game evolves from college to the pro league. You don't see many of the QB runners in the pro league.
No, you don't. Kittens hits Clement over the middle for a 7-yard gain. Speaking of Taz, Taz Von Wolfswinkel, the quarterback for Syracuse, and Rodney Dangerfield, the quarterback for Georgia State, co-offensive players of the week, as Major Kittens throws an interception. I did not see who that was.
Oh, straight into the numbers.
Wow.
Straight into the
Number
numbers.
13. I'm sure we'll get his name here momentarily for UNLV with the interception. Major Kittens definitely not playing like a player of the game as he was last week. Also on the defensive side of the ball, Kevin Smith from this team from Kansas with 3 interceptions last week is your All-American Coaching League Defensive Player of the Week. As McCrack,
again.
Wow, and an 18-yard reception. That's got to be, what has he got? He's got at least 7. Oh, right there, 5 receptions, 67 yards. And McCrack, he better start finding another receiver pretty soon, because I have a feeling Kansas is going to start keying on him.
And let him key on him. You want to know why? Because then he got Matty Britton. Let him.
Matty with a huge touchdown last week too.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say though, Kittens need some mittens to warm those hands up. That's all. It's cold right now for Kittens.
Kittens need some mittens. There you go. Don't forget the hashtag, folks. McCrack over the middle. Guess who? Guess who, Frank?
Delabola.
Shocker. 5 yards here, 5 yards there, 7 yards here. They're just picking this defense apart right now. This time, McCrack actually coming under center, 3 receivers wide, single back, about a 5-set drop. Going long, wide open with nobody around them. Jimmy Carey, number 18. Eagle, that's the second wide open touchdown that UNLV has thrown.
Busted coverage, 101 right there. Look at that. You see number 1 covering the busted.
Oh, he was
coverage.
going for Denobola, right?
Yeah. I mean, we were talking about that. Covering Denobola.
Frank,
what can I say?
Yeah.
UNLV is just starting to run route right now on Kansas.
This is crazy. Frank, this is getting ugly early. I mean, it's not over yet, obviously, but, I mean, it's dire that Kansas responds right now.
UNLV is saying, screw the cold weather. They are on fire right now.
Yeah.
Hold on. I want to just go back to something really quick pre-game where I said that they're college athletes. They're going to do their job in the cold. So I just want to make sure.
You did say that.
You did say that. You did say that. Well, these Kansas Jayhawks better start doing their job, down 28-7 at home. Minute and a half left in the first half. There's a nice, decent pass to Chris Clement for a 13-yard reception. Frank, a few more of those, and maybe Kansas can get on the board.
Well, they're taking these small shots underneath the coverage. They're going to have to go downfield here in a minute. They've got a minute 24 left. They're going to have to take shots downfield.
Well, there's a short little shot. It's so short that they didn't gain any yardage there, Eagle.
No, it's you gotta get positive. If you want, you have to get the ball to the outside to stop that clock.
And here comes Kittens again with a long pass. He had a receiver open. He just overthrew him. I thought that maybe we were going to have another crazy long Kansas play that works out. Gunny with the obvious reason for why UNLV is doing so well, because Jerry Tarkanian is running the offense for them. He must be the offensive coordinator for UNLV. Nice, Gunny. Murgatroyd skittles with a 6-yard reception, but a little short. 4th and 2. Kansas is going to have to give the ball away. Frank, that's the last thing they needed right now.
Kittens looks like he's throwing with mittens on.
Pretty much. Cliff Allen in the house. What's up, Cliff Allen, who lived in Vegas for 4 years? I feel like I lived in Vegas for 4 years at one point in my life. UNLV, 9 rushes played, but 23 passes. I guess you could stay pass-heavy, Eagle, when your receivers are that wide open.
Yeah, I mean, Kansas is wishing they're running a 4-2-5 right now with that extra DB.
Lone Star Glory in the chat. Major Kittens is playing like a minor pussy right now. Somebody just broke a tackle. Jimmy Carey was stopped short, a few yards short of the first down, turned into a first down with a 15-yard reception. And I don't know, Frank, if you're Kansas, with all the receivers they have, who do you stop? Who do you key on? What do you do?
Well, it's showing us right now they're trying to stop someone, and when they do, they focus on somebody else. So the UNLV has got their number right now, and Kansas has no answer.
They did have an incomplete pass to stop the clock, which could help Kansas possibly if they retain possession here in a moment. Nice little pass. He stepped out of bounds.
No,
but
he wasn't out of bounds.
Scott Johnson, what a beast. A 6-yard reception along the sideline, but Eagle, he's just running people over.
I mean, just lower your shoulder, go through them. That's all. Scott Johnson is a beast.
Yeah, not good tackling by Kansas either.
Don't be happy about that. Don't go fist pound.
Hey, yeah, right.
Pound the ground. That should have been a pick.
It should have been a pick six. If he catches that, he's gone.
Oh, he's gone. That's poor.
That's 2 almost pick sixes for Kansas.
Wow. Let's say Kringleberry with a 14-yard return. I didn't see who those 2 players were that had those pick six or interception opportunities. I hope none of them are our reigning defensive player of the week. Kansas from the shotgun, 30 seconds.
I don't think it is.
I don't think it was either. Plenty of protection, but everybody covered downfield, Frank. It looks like those Vegas DBs are doing their job, and he's got to do a short little out pass again.
Well, again, they're just rushing 3. That's why he's got the time. But there's 7, 8 guys back there in coverage.
2nd and 7, 26 seconds. Nice little pass to the sideline, a little toe toucher. Did he get in? Did he give it to him? They did.
Yeah,
1st and 10.
That's better. Yeah, that's better.
I didn't catch who the receiver was, but that was a decent pass. I was a little worried it floated a little too much, but not bad. Little screen play. Cadillac boots. Yeah. Gets caught from behind.
Tapper.
Stays in bounds. Kansas not using their last timeout. They're going to try to get in field goal range with this last play. Probably call a timeout. And down to 6 seconds. 5
Short.
They do it.
Ooh, this is gonna be long.
I don't know if he's got the range. We'll find out.
53-yarder.
Yeah.
It's up. Looks like it's going to be short.
Sure. Oh, you get it? No,
Oh,
yeah.
I think he had the distance, but it went off left, I think. Here's the replay.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's left.
Oh,
It's left. Just
wow.
left.
53 yards, though. He had enough leg. That's pretty impressive, guys.
Yeah.
Do we see a Hail Mary here, or are we just going to run it out?
They should just run it out. There's no need to. But
Nope.
of course,
Nope,
of course. Oh.
Oh.
And that's how the first half ends, folks. First half, UNLV up 28-7 as the teams go into the locker room. Frank, let me start with you. The running Rebels were running all over Kansas in that first half. Give us and the people listening your impression of the first half.
Well, they're taking advantage of opportunities because they had the turnover. They scored, went up 14-0. It puts Kansas in a mode where they're going to have to throw to catch up and get their run game out of the way. UNLV needs to get a little bit more pressure on the quarterback, Hittens, because I think he's 15 of 19, but he's only hitting things underneath. He's only taken 1 or 2 shots down the field. He needs to take more of those because he's got the time. He just needs to get a guy open down the field, take that long shot.
Well, as we look at the stats, Eagle, passing yards are pretty close, but look at those rushing yards. -4 rushing yards for Kansas. Do you think that Major Kittens will come out in the second half and put some positive yardage on that?
I'd hope so. You gotta give the ball to Scoots so he can scoot the ball, scoot that rushing yards to positive. But it's like, we'll see though, Dave, if Kansas is going to be the second half Kansas team that we saw last week, or if they're going to be the team that I thought they were going into this week.
Well, Major Kittens last week had, let me see. Oh, he threw. I'm sorry. Most of his was passing. He threw for 200 yards. He only rushed for 22 yards. I must be mistaking it with somebody else. But either way, he's going to have to do something because Kansas just cannot seem to get anything going. Maybe a couple interceptions, Frank, like they had last week, might turn things around for them.
Well, definitely they need points on this drive right here.
All right, and there's another short pass, and the Kansas receivers just can't seem to pull the ball in, Eagle. That's like the third drop pass we've seen.
Get them that sticky hand stuff. That's what they need from Little Giants. They need the sticky hand stuff.
All right, Major Kittens drops back. He's got good protection. There's a nice pass finally, Frank, right on target to McCringleberry for a 19-yard reception.
That's it. The protection he has because they're only rushing 3, so he's got the time.
What is Doug Britton trying to tell me? Scoreline, Dave, team names? Oh, thank you, bud. Sorry. I know. Sorry. It's harder when I'm announcing the games. I get caught up in them. My bad. Thank you, Doug Britton. Appreciate that, buddy. All right, here comes Kansas, 3 wide, single back from the shotgun. Again, just a terrible little out pass that Eagle. He didn't even put it on target.
Didn't even look. Look. Just threw it away.
It's like, I don't know what's going on here, but this is definitely either a really great performance overall, Frank, by UNLV, or a poor by Kansas, or maybe both. As
there's that shot.
He finally, go ahead. You guys go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, maybe we just need to talk more shit about Kittens and his mittens for him to do something.
Dude, I was going to say, is that the commentator's curse? Is Kittens hit? Is that McCringleberry again?
No, that's
Skittles.
Skittles.
And
there's that shot down the field they needed to take.
There it is.
And they need that touchdown right there.
They did. But you know what, Eagle, let me start with you. Kansas looking like a one-trick pony, though. The long pass is really all they've done well today.
Well, if that's the case, they're 2 for 2.
They are 2 for 2, but you're also 2 touchdowns behind still.
Yeah, exactly. So you got to take 2 more chances. Go 4 for 4 and tie this game up.
4 for 4. Frank, do you agree with that philosophy?
Well, anytime you can go 4 for 4, 6 for 6, do it, man.
Well, Megatroid Skittles with the long touchdown reception, pulling Kansas to within 2 scores. UNLV now with the ball, 25-yard line. The crack under center, and he throws a bullet right
Essex,
up the middle.
then Ebola.
And Essex again, is he going to break it? Just short. A 71-yard reception. Frank,
no huddle. Let's do it. No huddle.
Frank,
Yes.
that's how you answer a long touchdown pass with a long pass of your own.
That's the only problem is now it's going to get the UNLV defense back on the field, and they might not be recovered from the drive of the last one they had.
Well, let's see what they have. McCrack keeping it, fakes the
beautiful.
handoff, keeps himself, 4-yard touchdown. Eagle, you give up a long touchdown pass, and you come back and you answer in 2 plays.
In 2 plays, that just shows that UNLV is not messing around.
Benji's saying last night they must be tired after beating Texas last night in that overtime game. I watched that game, by the way, Benji.
That's what I'm saying. Like real college football, there's no defense. What was the other one that I saw? Florida and Sanford. Florida scored 70 points, but allowed,
they were behind.
but allowed 52
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's right.
it's
Was
crazy.
When I first saw it online, I thought it was a basketball score, not a football.
That's what I thought.
All right, Chris Clement this time with the 25-yard return. McCringleberry was on the other side of the field, so he did not get a chance to return that. Decent return, though, 20 to the 26-yard line, it looks like. Kansas now 4 wide receivers set from the shotgun, single back. A little pass to the side again for a 3-yard reception to Chris Clement.
A long, dangerous throw for 3 yards.
That's it. I know. That's crazy. Gunny says he loved the upset of Texas. That was a great game, by the way.
I think everybody loved the upset of Texas.
Everybody loves upsetting Texas. This time Kitten with a nice
Better.
pass to Clement.
Better. Let's keep talking shit about Kansas. Let's go.
There you
Come
go.
on.
Clement this time with a 17-yard reception. And they're keeping it moving there, Frank, with a no huddle, trying to keep UNLV on their toes.
He's 22 of 28, but those 6 misses have been bad misses.
They have been. And he's had a couple of drops, too. I think his receivers dropped a couple. But that's the thing that we keep talking about. He's got that nice 17-yard reception and comes back with a 2-yard pass. It just doesn't make any sense. Little screen to the side. Number 82, and he breaks it. Is he going to go 20, 15, 10, 5? McCringleberry, 47-yard reception.
No huddle.
My neck's starting to hurt, you guys. This is like a tennis match going back and forth.
Yeah, Tingle just couldn't do it. Couldn't run it in. Couldn't tingle over the line.
He could not tingle over the line. 4 wide receivers, though. He's got all day. He's going to throw it away. The rush finally comes.
He don't get any points for throwing it through the upright side.
Oh, yeah. This is not Canadian football. I don't even know if you can do that in Canadian football. Here we go.
Can do stuff like that in hurling.
2nd and goal. This time he hands it off to Cadillac up the middle,
good hard run.
and he scoots in for a 4-yard touchdown. Frank, he had to work for that, but that was a good run.
He did work for it, and I think he's got his rushing yardage up to 0 now.
All
Yes,
right.
he did.
That's crazy. Eagle, this is great. This is fun for the spectators to watch. But Kansas just can't keep trading blows with UNLV. It gets them nowhere.
No, exactly. They need to get a stop here at the end of this 3rd quarter, or it's just gonna be at the end. It's just gonna be like shit. Back and forth.
And they're still going to lose by 2 or 3 touchdowns or something.
Yeah.
Kickoff to UNLV. I believe that's Maddie with the return. It is Maddie Britton with the 31-yard
Good return.
A couple of highlights. As we're watching the highlights, in the chat real quick, another TV viewer, Benji Matson, Bob Funk, Bo Martin Jr., Cliff Allen, Coach Craven, Commander Root, Dave Axis, David Leathers, Doug Britton, Droop Dog, Eagle Mondavi, Gunny, Jeff Gagne, Charles Madison, Freddie, the Greg Soto, Frank the Franchise Wade, and XYFM. Thank you for joining us, as that was a backwards pass, I think.
It was.
Fumble. Yeah.
Yep. Fumble out of bounds.
Are we with Greg's Twitch name? Are we saying it like the Ohio State?
Yeah,
is that how we're doing it?
That's how I normally do it. Yeah.
Perfect. Just want to make sure we're all on the same page.
The Greg Soto. That's Chuck Brooks with a 2nd deflection of the day. That's what they needed right there, Frank. They needed that interception in
They
UNLV
are so
territory.
close. They are so close. This game could be in favor of Kansas if DBs can hold on to the ball. But that's why they're playing DB. They can't hold on to the football.
Oh, and another deflection. Kansas defense stepping up. We have an anonymous message in the chat saying someone is at work and not to say that person's name out loud. So we will not say your name out loud anymore, Mr. Anonymous at work.
Mr.
Cease. All right, Kansas having to
Mr. Revolution.
Kevin. What the hell is Kevin? Kansas finally made UNLV punt the ball. Frank, let me start with you real quick. I think that was the best defense we've seen from Kansas all day.
That is good. The two interception drops right there, but they did get him to punt, and that's what they needed. Now they need to score here and make this a one-score game.
Yeah, speaking of the Greg Soto, by the way, Eagle, I believe he's calling the next game, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he is with my best friend too. I believe, right?
Who's your best friend? Rocco McLovin?
Rocco McLovin, my best friend.
Oh, you're gonna be calling a game with him.
Well, I'm gonna stay on if they need me.
We do need you. I put you in already.
That highlight you just saw, Major Kittens, like, with a headbutt right there. No wonder why he's all over the place. He's got a concussion. He's out in the field with a concussion.
Speaking of concussions, Benji renaming someone Roach Slavin in the chat. Oh yeah, Charles is getting jealous now, Eagle. What's going on?
Oh, I've got lots of best friends.
4 wide receivers, the slot receiver in motion as Kittens changes the play. Go a little lopsided. They go to that side of the field. Tingleberry with an 8-yard reception. Looked like face mask there, Frank, but they didn't call it.
No call there. Again, UNLV with 3 down. Brought 4 that time, but still not getting the pressure they need.
Cadillac scooting right up the middle for a first down and 5-yard rush. Not a terrible play, 5, 6, 7, 8 yards at a time. If they can get a score on this drive, they'll only be down 1 score, and we're going to have a ball game, folks. 2.5 minutes left in the third. Empty backfield from the shotgun. Kittens is looking. He's under pressure. Oh,
Hey, Frank, do you think one of the positives for Kansas is that offensive line right now holding the UNLV defensive line?
It is, because he's got time, and that's what I said earlier. If they can just get one guy to find a spot in that defense, he's got time to find him.
You got to love those receiver comebacks, though, when they get negative yards because their momentum's taking them back so far. McCringleberry there with a 14-yard reception, I believe, and a Kansas first down. This is starting to look a little better for Kansas, who now has taken the lead in total yards over UNLV. Great protection again, but where is he throwing that ball, Frank? That could have been picked off.
There's another throw with mittens on.
That was poor.
Major Kittens is taking me on a roller coaster ride, Eagle, and I'm not sure I like it.
No, it's a bad one.
Like he threw that one left-handed.
Right. Great blocking again. Short little dink over the middle.
Dave, it's kind of like that roller coaster that's at the local amusement park that's completely unsafe, but you want to ride it anyways.
Right. You're just waiting for that last nut and bolt to come loose so you can, dive to your death.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, did he get it on the sideline? Melvin Blake with his first reception, a 3-yard reception. I don't know if you guys caught it, but almost every single UNLV defensive lineman got thrown to the ground on that play. Great protection by that Kansas offensive line. 4 wide receiver set again, right over the middle to number 19, Murgatroyd Skittles with a 9-yard reception, takes him down to the half-yard line. Is this Cadillac Scoots time, Frank?
It's Scoots time right here.
It's QB keeper.
Well, let's see. And they do give it to Scoots for the 1-yard touchdown. And don't look now, guys, but here come the Jayhawks.
We still got another quarter to play, too, so this is ended up being an exciting game.
Yeah, well, they got that stop, like we said, right? So.
Yes.
And now they need another one. And we could, a minute 18 left in the third quarter. So, there's still time for one or both teams to score the way this game's going.
Looked like Skittles had the bench running through his stomach.
Well, we have miracle doctors. We can take care of that. Is that Maddie again? Maddie Britt, 20-yard reception, showing why she's one of the most dangerous return people in the All-American Coaching League.
Now we know where Doug Britton got his return skills.
Exactly. That's exactly right. And look at UNLV with the answer again. Wide open. And I don't know, see ya, don't want to be ya. Maddie Britton with a 69-yard touchdown. And I don't even know what to say. It seems like every time Kansas scores, UNLV comes back, Eagle, and punches them right in the face.
You think UNLV is doing this on purpose, though, Dave? Like letting them score just to score back within 2 plays to say, haha, we still got you covered?
Well, I think it was just 14 seconds ago that I said there was enough time for a couple teams to score, Frank. Could we see 3 scores in a minute 18?
We might. It depends on if Kittens has his mittens on.
I'm a little shocked that UNLV has put 42 points on in less than 3 quarters. It's pretty crazy. There's the kickoff taken from the goal line. I think this is McCringleberry. It's Chris Adams this time. I don't know why McCringleberry hasn't been returning the last couple times. Yards by the half. UNLV dominating the first half. Kansas with an edge in the second half. UNLV with the retaking the overall yardage. It's like every possession that team takes over the yardage. And now Kansas with the opportunity to do the same from the shotgun. 4 wide receiver, single back. Good protection again, right over the middle. Defense helps push Chris Clement over the first down marker with a 13-yard reception. That's better than those 3, 4, 5-yard dinks there, Frank.
That Clement with his 11th reception right there. Most of them underneath the coverage.
Oh, and he threw another complete pass, but this time to the wrong team. I mean, he wasn't even looking that way, Eagle. He just turned his head. He never even saw 44.
I think last drive, Frank said that was a risk of a pass, like, for that 3-yard gain. Did
Right.
the same thing, and boom.
Especially to the far,
takes control of that.
Especially to the far side of the field like that. You're throwing the ball like 20-something yards to get a 3-yard gain. Not very smart. Here comes
Not
UNLV. McCrack. McCrack with the fake handoff to Scoots. Then he pushes a lineman down to the ground. Then, I don't know, what's he get? Did he get a yard?
That was the hardest minus 2-yard rushing attempt I've ever seen.
Well, he definitely fought for it. That's for sure. He fought for every inch. All right, here we go. 2nd and 12, coming up on 30 seconds left in third quarter. And is that Scott Johnson? It is.
Scott Johnson.
Another negative 2 yards. I guess this Kansas defense is a little pissed after that last long play by UNLV. Eagle, what do you think?
Kansas has got to, I don't know. They just have to make some turnovers here. They have to get this ball back from UNLV quick to at least give themselves at least a chance in the early fourth quarter for a score.
Well, this time McCrack gets plenty of protection, hits Jim Carey over the middle for a 17-yard reception. 2 great defensive plays by Kansas, Frank, and then they give that up.
Well, the UNLV is trying to take some time off the clock with the 2 runs, but were stuffed, so they forced them to go to the air. But now you see Essex Denabolo with another reception.
Gunny in the chat asking, will UNLV be the first team in the AACL to reach the 50-point plateau? I'm going to go with the over here, you guys. How about you?
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
McCrack all day. Oh, that's a dangerous pass. That's intercepted.
Ooh.
That's got to be intercepted. No,
Blocked.
he just deflected. Astra with the deflection. I thought for sure he was going to come down with that. I think the highest scoring team last week, if I'm not mistaken, was your team, Eagle, wasn't it? Was Syracuse?
It was. It was 42. We got 42.
42. Wyoming with 38. Houston with 33, and Washington State with 34. Even San Diego State, 30 points in a losing effort. So we had some decent scoring last week. Nobody put a 50-burger up. But it looks like UNLV is going to be the first team to do it, like Gunny mentioned in the chat. As they are knocking on the door once again, Frank. Here come the running Rebels.
They don't get a touchdown here. They'll have to go for 3.
And they didn't get it. Incomplete pass. Decent protection, Eagle, but he seemed like he rushed a bad throw anyway.
Yeah, no one open threw the ball down, but it just wasn't the right spot for me at least. I would have at least gone out of bounds with it.
Well, there's 45 now. Gunny, we're 5 points away from the first 50-burger in AACL history. Imagine that. UNLV kicking off will be McCringleberry. We haven't seen him on the last few returns. Maybe they're kicking away from him on purpose. And this looks like it actually might be him.
Yeah, that's him.
Finally, a 23-yard return. Here's your game tracks as you see McCringleberry touchdown. A couple more receptions by him. He's been kind of the go-to guy. Kansas has other weapons. They just need to use them a little better. So we'll see how these last 5 minutes play out. Frank, what are you expecting to see here in these last 5 minutes?
I see Kansas in panic mode trying to get the ball down the field, and it may end up being another turnover.
I don't know, Eagle. Do you think panic mode could actually benefit Kansas the way they use their big plays?
I actually, I do agree because their picks haven't been panic mode picks. Their panic modes have been just, shots downfield, touchdowns. So, I think that's the same. I think that's how they're going to go. I don't think panic mode picks are going to happen.
Well, Another little dink pass to Cadillac Scoots for 6 yards. I mean, you're down too many scores at this point, Frank, to be doing this little 6-yard pass stuff.
I've been saying it the whole game. They've got to take shots down the field.
Oh, this time Kittens is going to keep it. Looks like he was going to run an option, but he does get the first down and a 7-yard rush. That was something different, Eagle.
Yeah, I think that's the longest rush of the game for Kansas.
It might actually be, because Cadillac has not been going anywhere all night long.
He's touched the ball a lot, but hadn't done much.
I think 6 yards is probably his longest carry. I think Eagle's right.
Yeah.
This
I
time,
think
though,
he's got about 10 carries for 6 yards, what, 2 touchdowns?
Yeah, nice little pass over to McCringleberry for a first down. Those stats are going so fast I couldn't read them to you. From the shotgun, Kansas again. Here comes the pressure, but he gets rid of it. This time he dumps it off to Cadillac for a 9-yard reception. Seems like, Frank, that Cadillac's been a better receiver than a rusher tonight.
Oh, he has. But it's the short stuff underneath. It's there, and Kittens is taking advantage of that.
Gunny with more information in the chat. Oh, see, that's like the 4th or 5th dropped pass, right? That's just terrible. Absolutely terrible. Gunny with more pearls of wisdom, if you will, in the chat. Syracuse was the highest scoring team, but Wyoming with the largest margin of victory, 17 points last week. Major Kittens going long, down, wide open. Okay, come on.
He should have been 3 for 3, like I said. Should have.
That is not Major Kitten's fault. That ball was on target. It was in his hands. That's just happening too often, and now they have to go for it on 4th and 1. Frank, that's just terrible.
Yeah, that is terrible. Got to be able to help him out.
I was going to say, he's got the hands of an offensive lineman.
Yep. Cadillac Scoots this time. That was a pretty little option they ran. Cadillac Scoots for an 11-yard rush. But that keeps the clock running as soon as they place the ball.
I didn't see how many yards he had rushing.
Here comes – is that a fumble?
Fumble.
Now he fumbles. This is just not a night for Kansas. This is not their night. 4th turnover, at least that many, if not more, drop passes, Frank. And Kansas just cannot seem to do anything right.
They can't. McCringleberry is his leading receiver, almost about 190 yards receiving, and he can't get the ball to him and turns the ball over for a 4th time.
Eagle, is it, our buddy Freddie likes to say it's Dandy Dawn time where he comes out to sing the party's over. Is this party over?
Oh, without question. That ball slipped out of his mittens. It's over.
It is. That key drop a few plays ago, if he catches that, it's a 10-point game. And now UNLV's got a chance to go over 50. It's just, I mean, what do you say, Frank? I mean, you're a football coach. Are there just sometimes games like these where you're not mentally prepared maybe, or you're just not feeling it? Things aren't
working? You come
working?
out flat. Yeah, you come out flat, and you get behind, and just about everything bad that can happen does happen. And you think about it here. You've gotten 2 interceptions, quarterback fumble, a turnover on special teams, and you can't stop the big play.
Yeah, Eagle, as this game starts to wind down last 2.5 minutes, if this stands like this, if you're Kansas, do you just chalk it up to a bad night, or do they legitimately have a lot of things they need to work on?
You gotta bring yourself back to the drawing boards. Find your positives, find your negatives. Positive that total yards is, UNLV Kansas is pretty close.
Right.
But you're chalking it down to turnovers, and your defense and special teams didn't get any turnovers itself. So positives and negatives for Kansas.
Yeah, and I think we can all agree that that last drop pass was probably the game changer. It was the difference in the game. It's going to end up being the swing that I think actually at the end cost Kansas this game.
Yeah, you get within 10. If he catches that and scores, you get within 10 with about 4 minutes to go, you have a chance.
And now UNLV just running the clock like they should. Not running the ball, though. Interesting.
Why would he
throw the ball? The clock. Gunny in the chat dropping another nugget of info. The Indiana had the closest win within a 2-point win. Who was that over? Was that Western Michigan?
It was Eagles a bitch, got a safety or something like that, right?
That's right. That's absolutely right. And largest score total was 70 points, Syracuse and Cincinnati. But we've already gone over. What is this? Was this 73 here? So we've already gone over that this week in our very first game. Appreciate the Nuggets there, Gunny, giving us more stuff to talk about. Looks like looks like the backups are in. I mean, just a great performance by you. We've talked a lot about the negative side of Kansas, but Frank, let's talk about the positive side for UNLV. They really came out and showed Kansas, hey, listen, we're not the 20th ranked team in the nation. We're better than this.
They did everything they needed to do. The only thing I'd like to see more from them is get more pressure on the quarterback and not let him stand back there. You're covering with 8, but he's still able to find someone with all the time he's got. Other than that, I think they played pretty good. You saw right there it was 4th down and 5. They elected to go for it, and they go to the go-to guy, Essex Denobola, for the first down, and he muscles his way for a first down and iced the game right there.
Eagle, what are your thoughts on this interesting game, to say the least?
Kansas showed me what I thought, to be honest, from last week. UNLV, showed me a little bit more that they didn't have last week. So it's interesting here early off in the college season where, this first, I would say 4 weeks, we're going to find out a lot about the teams in the league and figure out who's more of the powerhouses and who are going to be fighting at the bottom of the table.
True. And somebody in the chat, Smoach Shaven, mentioning that UNLV looked good in their loss to Colorado. We talked about that earlier. Colorado, now the 4th-ranked team in the nation, and UNLV hung with them. And now, Frank, they come and they put this beat down on Kansas. They're definitely better than their ranking shows.
You can tell they're pissed off about their ranking, so they made a statement tonight.
They certainly did. To be honest with you, I'm a little shocked. I expected after, Eagle, I know you're not very fond of Kansas. But I thought
I just don't like Kansas in real life because of basketball.
Oh, okay.
It goes over to the football field as well.
In virtual life, if you will, in simulation life, I did expect more out of them today, didn't you?
A little bit. It's like total yards. Look at that. Total yards, they had more. I think it was like 642 to 607. Like they did. They played well on the offensive side, but the defense, they just couldn't get those turnovers needed. That if I'm Kansas, I'm looking at trying to figure out how to start getting those turnovers.
As we go into the player stats, Major Kittens 35 of 47 for 416 yards and 2 touchdowns. But Frank, he had those 2 bad picks, and that was a big. It was right in that time when UNLV was using those turnovers and scoring points.
If you can't scan one side of the field and just throw to the other side of the field. Only bad things are going to happen. So he needs to get that corrected.
Eagle McCringleberry, 184 yards receiving in a loss. That's player of the game stuff right there.
Oh, it's great, but you got to look at the other side. You got Denobola that's going to be just as high. Kansas though too. Kittens had a great QBR, so it's overall offensive side. It's a good performance from Kansas. I think it's the defense right there that let you down.
Yeah, I think that and a lot of drop passes. I mean, I was losing track of how many passes wide open Kansas receivers were dropping. I think
you had at least 4 drop passes and at least 4 drop pick sixes.
Yeah, imagine that on both sides of the ball. Usually, Frank, don't they say that receivers that can't catch, they go play DB. But if your DBs can't catch and your receivers can't catch, what are you supposed to do?
You send them to cheerleading.
There you go. Dustin McCrack is probably going to be one of your players of the game. 21 of 38 for 396 yards, 3 touchdowns, and no picks. Almost 100 yards for Scott Johnson. He falls a little short with 86, but he averaged over 6 yards a carry. And there you go, Eagle. Essex with 167. Yep. So very similar numbers to McCringleberry, but this time on the W side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he did his job. 106, didn't get that touchdown that every receiver wants to get. They want the ball. They want the touchdown, but if I'm him, I'm not upset with 167 yards.
No, not at all. And, it's only because your quarterback had such a great game, you're probably not going to be the offensive player of the game. unfortunately. As we wrap these up and get ready to go to post game. I always have to go back. I forget it. I got to go over on these kickers here. That one, which kicker was it, you guys, that had a 50-something yard attempt that had enough leg, but it went just to the left?
Oh, that was the Kansas kicker.
Yeah, that guy's got some potential, I think. All right, we're gonna move into post game, and so we can get this other crew in here and move on to game 2 of week 2. Who are you guys expecting to see as we go to the post game and see the players of the game? Who are you guys expecting to see, Frank?
Dustin McCrack for sure. And then for Kansas, McCringleberry.
Yeah. Eagle, what about you?
No, I agree with both of them. Defensive side, not quite sure on either.
Yeah, the defensive side is going to be tough, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with what Frank said.
Well, look at Kansas, over 400 yards of passing. And like you said, there are a few positives they can take away from this game. Here are your players of the game. Cadillac Scoots. Wait a minute. 7 carries, 27 yards, 9 receptions for 66 yards. Get you player of the game? Come on.
Only because he touched the ball 16 times.
That's probably it.
And got the 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. And then Eagle, there's your boy, Bam Bam Buttersworth. 3 tackles, a tackle for loss, and a sack on the defensive side of the ball. Of course, Dustin McCrack. We knew that was going to happen. 21 of 38, 396, 4 touchdowns with no interceptions. And James Watson, the corner from UNLV, 5 tackles, a tackle for loss, a sack, and a forced fumble. So a really good game for him as well. We're going to move.
I think he was the one that he's the one that smoked Kittens, wasn't it?
I think he
on
was.
A blitz.
Yeah, I think he was. I think he was the one. That's going to wrap up the first game. We're going to go in the second game real quick. Right before I turn it over, just in a few seconds, this next game, Frank and Eagle. Frank, I'll go with you first. Old Dominion, number 1 team, retaining their number 1 seed or their number 1 ranking 2 weeks in a row, traveling to the Zips, who also won last week. What do you think about this game, and who do you think is going to win?
Well, I'm gonna just because we're ranked number 3, I'm pulling for the Zips, but this one's going to be tough. ODU is a tough team. That's isn't that who we played in the championship game? Wasn't it ODU?
Yeah, was that you? I couldn't remember if it was you or Florida that played them in the championship game.
Yeah.
But
it was me and ODU. So, yeah,
okay.
They're tough.
They are tough. Eagle, last word before we turn it over to the new crew.
I'm going Zips, because I need to work my way up to that number 1 spot.
Everybody, that's what it is, right? When you're on top, everybody wants to knock you down. And speaking of on top, somebody who knows quite a bit about that, I welcome into the booth the Greg Soto, who's going to be your play-by-play for Game 2. Greg, what's up? How you doing? Welcome back, bro.
I'm doing good this Sunday night, and I like to agree with the fellas in the booth there. I think Old Dominion needs to be careful. These Zips, this looks like a trap to me.
Really, that's an interesting point, and it's not a bad point. But here, let's not, before we get too carried away, and I'm going to pass it over to you right now, Greg. But the Zips beat the worst team in college football last week, and they only beat them by 8 points. So I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, Central Michigan, 24th ranked team for 2 weeks in a row. Not that great of a team in the
Who did ODU barely
They beat Memphis. They beat Memphis by I think 7, 6, 7, 8.
7 was it 7 points, something like that. All right.
Oh, it was 3. It was 3.
Oh, was
3
it 3?
points.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 3.
So Memphis is a solid team too. So I think ODU's win way better than the Zips win. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, two away games back to back though. So we'll see. We'll see. I just think we need to be careful with this number 13.
Yeah. Well, yeah, nobody wants that ranking anyway. That being said, Greg, go ahead and take it away. Introduce your crew. You can talk about this game, and I'm going to go into the background and get Game 2 set up as we go to Akron. By the way, I heard it's 36 degrees and cloudy there, just FYI.
And real quick, Dave, who is my crew, actually, to be honest with you? It is Sunday night. I might have drank a little bit. The Colts won. Who is my crew? I see Rocco McLovin and Peter Fitzwell. I see Peter in here, but I see D's nuts instead of Rocco. Did they get changed a little bit last minute?
From what I know, my understanding is I thought it was supposed to be you, Rocco, and Eagle. Is my understanding.
All right. So it looks like Rocco looks like he's missing. So it'll be me and Eagle. It looks like, unless D's nuts wants to join in the third wheel.
Oh, Rocco's not here yet. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's not in.
He's not in at all.
Well, let me look. Let me just pull this up real quick and double check, because the last time I could have sworn it was the three of you in there. I'm looking at it right here.
Rocco's supposed to be
Rocco's supposed to be the color commentator, and then Eagle's supposed to be the third wheel. So once you guys get started, I will ping Mr. Rocco McLovin right now. How about that?
Perfect. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for tuning into the AACL tonight. Kickoff to week 2, game 2. Old Dominion, number 1 ranked team, all the way kind of through the preseason, now into week 2, taking on the Akron ZIPS 13. What do you think about that, Eagle? How do you think this game's going to match up? I know you spoke a little bit about it beforehand, but how do you think this is going to match up here?
Yeah, I moved Akron up a little bit in my rankings. Kept Old Dominion at the 1 with you guys at Central Florida as my 2. But I'm gonna say Admiral Akbar is coming out and say it's a trap. It's Wink. I have lots of faith here with Winkler. Plus, Greg, you and I, we always want the 1 to go down if we're not there, right? So.
Correct. Definitely. This will help me out as long as I can take care of business later on in the week.
Exactly. That's how I feel as well. Like, I'm a little not disappointed with where 7th. I think, we were 10th and we're moving up, but whenever the 1 can go down, I'm going up. So that's my point. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, and this is interesting. I mean, I actually called the game last week for the Monarchs. And, they did beat Memphis, but it was close. And they had, it was an away game as well. And Vad Unitas had a hell of a game last week. But it was tough. It was tough beating Memphis. So this will be the first time that I actually see Akron go out there. But you know what? If I think Winkler's been having a decent week on his vacation. Hopefully with his future wife, and what a cherry on top in the last couple of days for him to get this win at home at Akron and beating the number 1 team in our league. I think that would be amazing for him.
No, I agree with you, Greg, 100% on that.
So have you seen, this is, the players to watch, halfback Nate Griffin, strong safety Charles Day. It's always nice to see normal names on some of these teams.
Normal names.
Normal names.
Not vaginitis, not that. No.
Oh, it gets worse. Yeah, I'm sure you've already seen some of the crazy stuff that we have going on here in the AACL.
Oh, I have. I thought I was pretty funny with some of mine, like Chad Useless Dino and when does Chad quit? But man, some of these names out there are fantastic.
Yeah, they definitely are. They definitely are. So we're almost ready for kickoff here in game 2. That last game was amazing. I mean, I was kind of tuning in and out, and I think every time I tuned out, somebody else was scoring a touchdown. I hope this one is not a sleeper, because last week that happened to me where the first game was, balls to the wall, people scoring all over the place, and then I got in the booth, and then all of a sudden I had a 24-21 game, and it wasn't even close to 60 points what we just had. What was it, like 60, 70 points just scored?
It was 74, yeah, 74
Jeez.
Points. Yeah, so.
Unbelievable. All right, we're getting some clarification from the booth about 30 seconds out. Checking on the weather now for our telecast, and again, ODU looked decent, running that Texas A&M offense, running that 3-4 defense. And Akron Zips, we'll see. They're running that air raid offense, similar, a 3-4 multi-defense. We'll see what that defense can do from the Monarchs to stop that air raid. I don't think that Memphis was running anything like that. Hopefully they had enough time, the Monarchs did, to be ready for this. I have a feeling, just like it says, air raid, the Akron is going to be throwing the ball. So we'll see. It's going to put a lot of pressure on those DBs of the Monarchs there, Eagle.
Yeah, we saw. I mean, I believe air raid was the playbook for Kansas. I believe.
What is it? Okay.
So it's it's going to be interesting to see if Akron can find the holes in the secondary for Old Dominion. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for scoring, no defense. That's what we want.
Yep. Yeah, and it'll be interesting too. What the coaches did, changing percentages and what they're going to be actually running or passing, and how that changes week to week. So we're here getting soon, ready to go to the field.
Oh, and there we go. We're out.
And again, thank you all. This is Infosyssion Stadium here in Akron, Ohio, where the number 1 Monarchs are coming out for the number 13 Akron ZIPS. And we're going to the coin toss here. Old Dominion with tails. And Old Dominion wins, so I believe they're going to kick. Hardly no wind here, so here we go. The ZIPS kicking off. And let's see on this return here, Eagle. Oh, nice. Decent return there by Dusty Coles, 25 yards.
Yeah, good block there, too. Did you see that? That great block right in front of Dusty Coles.
Yeah, it was really good. Starting off 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Again, Vagunitis in the shotgun. Trying to look. Who does he have there? It might be Coles. Oh, no, it's Brian Morton, 14 yards. Morton and Unitas had a great connection last game. They're definitely going to look for this going forward. They had a really good connection last week.
2 quick passes.
Yep, 9-yard pass there to Testy Kuehler. Here we go again with these beautiful names. Vag to Testy Kuehler.
I was wondering if you have to prepare yourself. Oh, pick 6 coming? Pick 6?
Number
Pick 6.
4, the ZIPS. And there's, oh my goodness, with a train behind him, nobody's going to catch him. That's Blake Jackson, cornerback. Read the eyes of the quarterback, took it right away. Pick 6. Look at that. Oh my God, I don't know what Vag was looking at there, Eagle.
He was looking at Blake. That's what he was looking at. Pick 6, clean. Let's go, Akron.
Yep, untouched already. Less than almost just 31 seconds in the game. Second play from scrimmage from the Monarchs, and already the ZIPS are up 7-0. We kind of talked about it earlier in the game, right before we started, that, this could be a trap. This could be a trap to the number 1 team, losing to the 13th, already losing to the 13th ranked team here. And Venario with a 25-yard return there, number 1.
Yeah, I said it last game. There was no real true blowouts in week 1, so I'm taking week 1 results with a grain of salt right now.
Yeah, I would too. There were some really pretty close games. Charlie Moore there for an 8-yard run. Brings the ball up to the 36-yard line. 2nd and 2. And again, we got 4 wide right here. Let's see what Vaginitis is going to do here. Letting the clock run down. What is going on here? They're just waiting. The center hasn't even gone down.
Oh, we got that. We got that. We got that center that wants to just take the 5-yard play. Yeah. Yeah. Nope, he just
Oh,
maybe
and that'll be a flag. The Monarchs delay of game. Vaginitis, getting a little stiff there. You never want to have a stiff vag, Eagle.
no, you never want to do that. But maybe the center, overrode the quarterback and didn't like the formation and took the penalty for the team.
Yeah, and welcome to the booth. We have Bo joining us, Eagle and myself in the booth, and almost another pick there. Oh, my goodness. Bo, what do you think about that? What do you think about the ZIPS defense right now showing up?
What's up, fellas? It's a crazy start to the game. Can you hear me okay?
Yep, sure can.
Crazy start to this game. I honestly did not think the Zips were going to be able to hang in there like this with ODU, but so far, the Zips are looking like ODU should be looking.
Exactly. And that's another catch there. That's 2 for Testicular, and that'll bring up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of the Zips.
Ooh, great route.
Nice deflection there by Campbell. I'll tell you what, these DBs, Eagle, are ready to go today to get their hands all over Vag.
I mean, when you're playing the #1 team in the country, you want to show the rest of the country what you can do, and so far Akron's doing that.
They sure are.
There's a fumble.
That was a fumble, yep. And Jenna Towle comes up with the ball, saving. That could have been already, and there's a flag on the play.
Actually, this one's going to booth review here.
Booth. Yeah, Booth.
Oh, see about.
I don't know. I think he might have been down.
Yeah, they're going to say he was down, I think. It looks like he was down to me.
Yeah, his shoulders were down.
Yeah. I think we're all on the same page with that one.
Yeah.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
Play is reversed there. Fantastic. So let's see.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness. And Vag, oh my goodness. This defense is unbelievable today. -1. Blake Jackson coming in for a tackle for a loss. Unbelievable.
Early shout for player of the game right there for Blake.
For sure.
I tell you what, Akron is really putting on a show. They must know that LeBron's in the stands watching the game.
Oh, has to.
Punt already here for Old Dominion, and that would have been a nice little punt there. They'll start at the 25-yard line. Akron now finally gets their first, the 20, finally gets their first time here with the ball. Again, thank you for another TV viewer, Bob Funk, Bo Martin Jr., we weren't saying that coach's name. I remember that. Commander Root, Dave Axis, D Leathers 11, Doug Britton, Droop Dog, Eagle, E-Rabs, Gunny McGuire, Jeff Berg, Lone Star, Nina Tella, Packer Fred, True Blue, and Zy Fam. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Was it Roach Raven? Is that what we were? Is that what we were?
That's what it was. Roach Raven. That's what it was.
Roach Raven or
Roach Raven. Oh, and a toss to the running back, and Nate Griffin, 4 yards. They get a first down. 1st and 10 now at the 32-yard line. Bo, what do you feel the Zips offense here has to do to get through this Monarchs defense?
Well, it looks like they're doing a good job of it already. It looks like they want to establish Nate Griffin. If they get him going good and early, ODU could be in for a long day.
Yeah, I do think so, especially if the Zips defense keeps playing the way they are. 2nd and 3rd at the 41-yard line. Handoff to the running back, finding some room. Oh, goodness. Oh, my gosh. Shoving that man and getting like another 15 yards. 19-yard run scamper there by Nate Griffin, already 31 yards. 10-plus yards per carry. Just shoved that man, Eagle.
Yeah, he just, put his arm out and said, sit down. It's great stiff arm right there from Nate Griffin. I agree with what Bo said. Let's get Nate Griffin going to see what he can do.
And that's another short pass there by Brandon Davis, going 4 wide now. 2nd and 3. Oh, a little overthrown there for his gain. He was wide open. That could have been a nice first down there, Bo.
Yeah, he's just got to do better. He was wide open in the flat, and if he'd have caught that, he could have gained at least the first down or better. So he's got to be a little bit more accurate with his throws.
Let's hear Brandon Davis. Oh, there it is. Accurate throw to Carlos Phillips. 8-yard reception. Moving even closer to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of the Monarchs. Here we go. Brandon Davis looking back. Wide open wide receiver. 16 yards there by Tyler Baker. Red zone. They're going in the hurry up at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10. See what Brandon Davis can do in the
Right in the holes.
Right in the hole. Wow. Nate Griffin, another 5 yards.
Let's go. They found a formation they like. Let's go. Hurry up, hurry up. Oh, we got some play from the call from the sideline. Oh, he's wide open. He was wide open on top.
Protection. Oh, my goodness.
He was wide open on the top.
Wow.
Yeah, Brandon, he's got to get rid of the ball. His offensive line, it gave him protection. He just took forever. He had a receiver open in the flat and just missed him.
Now, Brandon Davis did do something smart. He released the ball right before he got sacked, and the ball stayed at the 6.
4th and 1.
Carlos Phillips, 4th and 1, just stopped. Oh, my goodness. And they're going for the field goal here. They're going for the points.
Yeah, I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all, Greg. Take the points. Early in the game, take the points.
And the field goal is good. Bo, what do you think? Would you have gone for the points, or you would have gone for the touchdown there on the 4th and 1?
I would have gone for it, man. If you get me that close, I'm sticking it in. Don't let me sniff it and not let me stick it in.
I agree. And a good return there by Dusty Coles for 24 yards. Again, we'll see what this Old Dominion offense can do. The Akron Zips have come to play on defense. Almost the first quarter is almost over, and so far the Monarchs haven't been able to do anything on offense.
That one almost picked up.
Drop pass.
Zips corner are on fire right now. Number 26 is playing lights out. Number 4 is playing lights out. They all are. The Monarchs got to find some room here. Got to find some. Oh, and Vadge keeping it right up the middle. Almost got his head taken off.
Questionable play call, in my opinion, on second down.
Yeah, for sure. 3rd and 7 at the 29-yard line. Oh, and he keeps it again. Oh, not a good play. 36, Matt Bernard with the tackle. Brings up
Very
the
questionable
down.
play call there by ODU. You got to wonder what's going on the sideline there.
Yeah, I was gonna say Vadge is not slippery this week, so.
No, definitely not. He looked a lot better last week. And again, Monarchs have to punt, and this will be great field position regardless what this returner does. Trey McIntyre, only 5 yards, but unbelievable. They're going to get the ball close to midfield already. We only have 3 seconds left in the first quarter. And we'll see here what the Zips can do at the 40-yard line, 1st and 10. Again, Monarchs got to find something here to do, going 4 wide.
Lot of time.
Yeah, a lot of time there to find Davis to Davis connection, and that'll bring an end, gentlemen, to the first quarter. Akron 10, Old Dominion 0. Again, number 13 coming in here and playing ball. And again, upset alert here on this game. Number 1 right now down 10 points.
Yeah, first quarter to Akron, clearly an easy. Old Dominion hasn't really shown any of that preseason form that they had winning that championship that they did over Louisiana Tech.
Yep, and Griffin, a 16-yard scamper there again, over 50 yards already, 10 yards a carry. That'll hurt a little bit. That'll bring it down, but that's a 3-yard rush there, but still averaging, Bo, 9.2 yards in 6 carries. Monarchs can't stop him.
Yeah, as I said at the outset, he's going to be an integral part of this win. If they do get the win, they've got to keep him going. And as long as they keep him active, he's going to wear out that ODU defense, and they're going to run all over him.
Yeah, and I'm getting from the booth that Nate Griffin only rushed for 37 yards last week, already eclipsing that, and on his way, definitely on his way. The Monarchs are not going to be able to stop this man if this keeps going like this. 63 yards, that was an 8-yard run and just shoving somebody with a forearm right to the face. Get out of my way, son.
Trucked him. Absolutely trucked him. Look at this. Look at this protection.
Oh! And good coverage there by Weber. Davis had an open man a lot of time, and you can see their total yards already 119 to 59 in favor of the Zips. Oh my goodness, and what is Davis doing? I think that was Davis, the wide receiver, just dropped the ball. 3rd and 10, just inside the 20-yard line here. Zips been moving really good. Let's see what they can do inside the red zone.
Ooh. Oh, no. Get out of it. Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that was an
How
amazing
can you
touchdown.
let that happen?
Nimble.
That's
Brandon
great
Davis,
pocket awareness
nimble.
by Brandon Davis.
Yeah, it is, Bo, definitely. I mean, keeping his composure, almost got sacked. You know what they say, if you're going to win, it's always good to win and have a little bit of luck. And here we go again, not that time. He got sacked now for 8 yards. Number 95, Jake Clayton, bringing the heat. Good coverage sack there. Couldn't keep him away from the quarterback, and Vag goes down there, Bo.
Yeah, it's never a good thing when the Vag gets taken out like that. You know, you gotta hope it's okay, and you know, you just kind of try to pick it back up and put it in your pocket.
My bad, it's not Vag. I think I've been thinking about Vag. That was Davis.
I was going to interrupt, but I didn't want to interrupt you. But yeah, Davis, yeah.
Well, anytime we could bring in Vag and talk about how bad Vag is, you know, that's always good too.
Well,
I just went with it because I like Vag. So I knew it was Brandon, but I was gonna go with Vag because I'd rather a Vag than a Brandon.
You're right.
a lot of people. Ooh, dropped.
Oh my goodness, and what a drop right in his hands.
Hey, this
you
is gonna
gotta go for a
hurt.
field
Very
goal.
costly here.
Keep getting those points.
Here's the thing though. Here's what's gonna happen, and I'm scared for Zips right here because ODU is gonna figure some things out. Okay, and I gotta imagine if ODU keeps holding these guys to field goals, they're gonna be able to come back and win this game. Zips need to score touchdowns, not field goals.
Yeah, I agree. At least one of those field goal attempts should have been, should have been a touchdown. I agree with you. Old Dominion's #1 for a reason in our league. They'll be able to score. We'll see what they can do here at the 33-yard line. And here we go. This is Vag Unitas. Hopefully they can keep him upright. But here we go. He's looking. Oh, my goodness. Great.
Oh,
My goodness.
oh! I'd be embarrassed if I was that Akron defender.
Yeah, if I was number 26 there, I'd be embarrassed that I just got taken out by the quarterback. 12-yard run there. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Vag up the middle again, this time with a pass to Jenna Towell for 16 yards. Now they're at the 38-yard line of the Zips, moving the ball just in 2 plays. Got about 30 yards in 2 plays. We'll see what's going on here. 5 wide for Old Dominion. Pump fake. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh,
Just tipped.
Dangerous throw there.
Yeah, the Vag Unitas is definitely living dangerously in this game. Another 5 wide, and he takes it. And he just cannot get away from number 26.
I'm surprised the Vag is so loose right now.
Yeah, just feeling comfortable back there, even with 5 wide, just going for the run and tucking it in and going.
Ooh. Poor.
Yeah, just like the booth said, I think we're getting close to possibly double-digit drop passes here combined by both teams. 4th and 9, and they're going for it from the 37.
I don't blame him. Right on that questionable range, but I wouldn't have done that.
Interception.
Wouldn't have done that.
So basically, it was just a punt.
Yeah.
And it was that number 4. That was number 4 again. Blake Jackson putting his name on the board for a second time. 2 interceptions now, 1 for a touchdown. I think that man already, only the second game of week 2, but I think that defensive player wants to be defensive player of the week already.
He's got my vote.
And I tell you what, the Zips defense seems to have ODU's number. They can't seem to get any sustained drives going.
Totally agree there, Bo. ODU just looks out of sort defensively. They look out of sort offensively. And just threw that pass away. A lot of pressure there. Brings up 3rd and 7 here for the Zips at the 30-yard line.
Brandon Davis needs to get a little bit more control. He's not, 50% passing right now. It looked like it was like 8 for 16 or something like that. He needs to get into a groove, and there we go. That's what you need to start right there.
Yep, Trey McIntyre for 9 yards. First catch of the game there for Trey. 1st and 10 now, just inside the 40-yard line at 39. And here we go. The Zips, again, hurry up with 4 wide.
Slot was open.
There you go. A.J. Archer, 8 yards. Just picking these guys apart. Only has 85 yards, but, been doing pretty decent here. Going 4 wide now, close to midfield, just about 2 yards away from that. 2nd and 2. Little dump off pass to Griffin, not going anywhere.
Great tackle there.
Brings up a 3rd and 3 now for the Zips. And they've had success here, Bo. They're 5 for 7 on 3rd down.
Yeah, if Brandon Davis can just keep his composure, he's got guys wide open. They're finding open spots. He's just got to find them and hit them like he did just there.
Yep, another good catch there by Nate Griffin. He's got 2 receptions for 8 yards now as the running back.
Ooh.
Oh, my goodness, and sacked for 7 yards, number 48. Coming around 48, just kind of met. They both met at the quarterback.
Yeah, Luke Ryan, I think he's one of the key players on the Old Dominion defense.
Yeah, I'm getting, Blake Griffin, Blake Ryan was the one of the defensive players of the week finalist last week. So definitely he's making his presence known. Here with a 3rd and 15 for the Zips. Let's see what they can do here. What play are they going to call? Little dump off. Oh, my goodness.
Ooh.
Oh, he almost got it. Lonnie Adams.
Go for it.
My goodness. Almost had it. And let's see. 4th and 1. It does look like they're coming out.
Go for it. Give it to Nate.
Nate's been your go-to all day. I say give it to him.
Oh, offsides. I think
Got him to jump. Got him to jump.
Oh, wow. No.
Oh.
Oh, no. False start on the offense.
Still 4th down.
4th and 6.
This is huge.
I'd still go for it. Yep.
Yeah, they definitely are. 4 wide.
This is huge.
Oh, there it is. Yes.
What a pass to Carlos Phillips for 27 yards. That's got to be demoralizing, Eagle and Bo, to that Monarchs defense. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
it's
really tough for them.
Yeah, I was going to say 4th and 6 and allow a massive pass like that. Just not looking good for Old Dominion right now. Morale is not there for them.
Nope. 2-yard gain there by Griffin. Brings up 2nd and 8. And they could just milk this clock and try to find some room here, see what they could do. Oh, and he's still going. Oh, 3rd and inches. They only have one. They have just one timeout left, and they're trying to hurry up to see if they can get another play here.
They should have took it.
Well, here we go. Last play of the half.
They should have took the timeout.
Oh.
Wow. Well, that'll bring an end to the first half of the game here with number 13 Akron with 13 points and number 1 Old Dominion Monarchs just not finding anything to do. This game could easily be, guys, 20 to something to nothing right now. Let's see these some of these highlights, and there you go, interception for a touchdown there. What do you got to say? I mean, this Zips defense has really come out to play today.
Yeah, I gotta say that's first of all, Zips have just been utterly dominating ODU on both sides of the ball, really. And if it wasn't for that poor clock management that we just saw by by the other team, they could easily be up. Akron should easily be up 20-0 right now, but just poor clock management. But still, ODU is lucky to be down by only 13.
Yeah,
How do you feel about that, Eagle?
No, I agree. The Zips, their defense is keeping them in this game. I think Bo hit on it really well, where, Akron's just going to win field goals. Old Dominion's going to bring themselves back in the game. At the end of that first half, I would have taken the points. I would have taken the field goal going into halftime. But Blake Jackson, 2 picks and a touchdown right now on that defensive side for Akron, showing that showing the country what they're ready to do in Akron.
Yeah, it's amazing. If I would have told you Old Dominion's going to come in here and have only 88 total yards in one half, I mean, nobody would have guessed that. Everybody would have picked the over on that. But, again, here we are, second half, and, double the plays for Akron, more than double the total yards, more than almost triple first downs, and the Zips get the ball. This is a good thing, and maybe that's why they didn't really care about what happened in that first half. They knew they had the lead. They knew they were getting the ball back. Todd Bennett there with a 3-yard reception. That'll be his third for 14 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 7 from the 28-yard line, and the Zips keep it moving here.
Yeah, I love how you immediately went to Tony Bennett in your head. So there with that one. Love it.
Yeah, and if you guys
you get some boost.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Bo.
Now, I was just going to say earlier, if you guys remember what I said now about the Zips leaving points on the table, it's 13-0, but they left 15 points on the table there with taking field goals instead of touchdowns and the poor clock management at the end of the game there. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them in the rear.
I hope not. And here we go. There's a good pass there to Todd Bennett. Already in Monarchs territory after just 4 plays of this first drive of the second half. Brandon Davis, what a catch by Trey McIntyre for 26 yards. That's his second reception, 35 yards now. Already Brandon Davis close to almost 200 yards already passing. And now they're close here almost. You could already say that it's red zone area here. And again, Allen Davis with a reception, 2nd and 5 from the 16. They just keep on moving. The Monarchs have no answers right now, Eagle.
No, if you're Akron, though, you need a touchdown here. No field goal. You need that touchdown.
Good reception there by Eric Chavis. First reception of the day. Already now over 200 yards passing. Total yards, look at that, 294 to only 88. That is amazing. The number 1 team upset alert. Oh, you know what they say though, Bo and Eagle. If you're gonna throw it badly, overthrow it so it doesn't get picked off, and that's exactly what Davis did there.
Yeah, that was the best thing.
Yeah, I was about to say, hit that imaginary wall in the back of the end zone.
Oh, and wide open. Quentin Stevenson, 8-yard reception, and look out, upset alert for sure now. They might be going up 20-0 here. ODU with absolutely no answers on either side of the ball. This is amazing. We called it at the beginning of the game. ODU guys are wasting time. There's hardly no more time to be messing around. They need points on this drive.
Can I change my number 1 vote to another team for my poll for this week, or is it too late?
Well, you'll definitely get it in this week. This is definitely going to be a big change here in the standings, at least at the top. The Zips coming in here at home and not taking anything, giving ODU all the respect that they deserve as the number 1 team. and just giving it to him. 8-yard rush there by Dusty Coles, and that's a big difference. Coles had a lot of rushes. That's his first rush of the game in the third quarter.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's a little crazy, towards the end of halfway through the third quarter, your first and second carries of the game, there is something a little wrong there.
Definitely. And Vag Unitas can't get anything going, loses 3 yards, brings up 2nd and 13 with 3:05. Hey, Miami. In the third quarter, ZIPS 20 and ODU, the number 1 ranked team in our league in the AACL, with 0 points. Charlie Moore now with a 1-yard rush. He only has 2 rushes. So between the fullback and the running back, I mean, they literally only have 5 rushes total, these guys. Good pass there right up the middle to Genital for 14 yards, 1st and 10 now. Finally, ODU doing something now in the ZIPS territory. Eagle, are they going to be able to come out with points?
False start.
Oh, my goodness.
False start.
Still first down.
Yeah, so are they going to get points? I don't know. It's tough because last week, Akron, they only allowed 13 points. So this Akron defense is strong, Greg. Should have been a pick.
Oh, my goodness.
Should have been a pick. The offense of Akron's, feeling it a little bit more, but that defense there with Akron's just playing so much stronger than they did last week. Oh, pick six?
Could be another pick six. Oh, my goodness.
This is embarrassing.
What is going on? Holy cow.
I'm just gonna text my buddy Winkler to make sure that on his family vacation with to make sure he's like okay after this score right now.
Wow, Adam Dixon, pick 6. That's 2 pick sixes. Easily now, it'll be 27-0. ZIPS at home. Unbelievable what's going on here.
At some point, you got to start wondering if Vag is infected or something, because that is just disgusting right there. He's oozing.
Yeah, somebody check Vag Unitas' fingers, especially his index and middle. They're definitely not getting a good grip on that ball.
Yeah, I think something's wrong with the Vag.
Wow. Only 116 total yards, only six first downs, and 2 interceptions, 4 touchdowns for Vag Unitas here in Old Dominion. I mean, what do you do now as the quarterback, come back after now doing that? How do you come back from that, Eagle?
I don't know. I'm talking to Wink right now, and he just fell over at the park. He's shocked. He doesn't know. He's happy with what's going on, but this is a shocker right now. If we had like a upset of the season at the end of the season, this would be my upset of the season.
It's just so embarrassing when your quarterback has thrown more touchdowns to the other team's receivers than to his own. That's really embarrassing. And Vag has got 2 touchdowns, but not thrown to his receivers. So the Vag may need to get checked out.
Yeah, the Vag has got a lot of picklers going on.
Oh wow. 10-yard first down, 10-yard gain there by Vag Unitas. Again, Vag running the ball more than what he's given to his running back and fullback this game. I don't know if that was part of the game plan or what. Here we go again. He's keeping it. 1-yard gain there, 2nd and 9.
And the worst part is the runs for Vag aren't working. It's not like he's being effective with the runs, so I don't know why he's continuing to do it.
Yeah, I would definitely be giving the ball to Coles. But again, not this game plan this week, and he keeps it here, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Again, 9 rushes, 30 yards. Yeah, he definitely looks tired right now, fellas.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, Greg, do you think Vag is trying to pull his best impression of Dangerfield and Von Wolfswinkel with all of these QB runs?
I think so. He could be, but you know what? They don't have the same. They don't have the same team makeup. And again, here, test. Jeez,
Testicular.
I can never say that name correctly. Testicular, with an 8-yard reception for a first down. 1st and 10. And here we go. Vag can't find anybody open. Now going, scrambling. First down, though, I'll tell you what. I mean, a lot of these rushes are all Vag. 10 rushes for 40 yards. Let's see what they can do here. Let's see what the Zips defense can do here.
Did you see that Blake Jackson also had a sack as well to his 2 picks and his touchdown?
Yes.
Crazy. Absolutely crazy. But, Vag is doing all these runs. I'm crediting Akron's defense, covering the wide receivers of Old Dominion, taking all of the passing options away. Vag has got to take control of this game, run the ball himself. So I'm giving all of the credit right now to Akron.
Yeah, definitely. And number 58, hell of a play there by number 58. Got blocked, did a spin move, found the quarterback again. See where he was running and met him right away for a 1-yard loss. 2nd and 11 now from the 12. Let's see what Vag could do. Nowhere. Oh my God, met by 5 Zips. Genitile not doing anything. 3rd and 12 here.
Huge 3rd down. They got to get on the board. They got to get on. What? Why would you do?
Unbelievable.
I had a hands to my face moment right there with that play.
And here we go for a field goal. Oh, and that'll bring it. And who would have thought after 3 quarters, Old Dominion not being able to put up absolutely any points right now with number 13 Akron Zips, 27-0 here. Definitely. I mean, look, anything could happen. And now they're going for it. They were going for a field goal. Oh my goodness! And now they're going for it.
I was gonna say, why are you gonna kick a field goal when you're down 27 points?
Oh no!
Right,
and it's
Greg?
a backup quarterback, Matt Harris.
What just happened?
What happened to Vaginitis? Matt Harris, the backup quarterback, comes in on a 4th and 11 and gets sacked. Zips defense is on fire. The whole team is on fire.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna question the field goal at the end of the 3rd quarter alone. What was that? With Craven Lovechild coming out for the field goal, but I don't even know, Greg. I'm kind of speechless over here. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
Playing dangerously there, Brandon Davis. Zips not waiting around, not resting on their laurels on their 27-point lead, and they're going for it, going 4 wide here. 3rd and 10 actually, from the 17-yard line. It looks. Oh, and I think that pass might have gotten deflected. Oh, flag! What's going on here?
Pass interference.
Pass interference?
Defense.
Oh my goodness! Pass interference on Chlamydia. Oh my God, Chlamydia. That was definitely, you don't want to put your hands on the wide receiver if you're Chlamydia, and that's exactly what he did, giving the Zips a 1st down, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Great play.
Yeah, and if I'm the Zips, I'm gonna just put the ball in the hands of Nate and let Nate go to work and run this clock out. I don't know why they're passing so much. They're up by 27. Just go ahead and run the clock out and take the win.
Yep, Jeremy Weber there with his 5th tackle in the Zips now at the 49-yard line. 1st and 10. Just still keep going. They got their foot to the pedal and they're not looking back. Pass again to Todd Bennett. Todd Bennett's been amazing today. 7 receptions for 71 yards, 10.1 yards per reception, and they're not letting up at all.
No.
Why did he
Akron,
stop?
I don't know. I was going to say Akron really hasn't shown any negatives or any flaws in this game plan at all, and it kind of scares me if I'm playing Akron in the future weeks.
I agree. I would not want to place. I would not want to play Akron right now. Oh my God! Untouched. Oh.
This is a dominating victory. This isn't just a win by the Zips. This is a dominating victory.
Completely fooled the entire defense there. If Brandon Davis had at least one more point of speed, I think he would have gotten in there. But he got stopped right at the 4-yard line. First and goal here. Poor Brandon Davis. You know, he's a pocket quarterback. He ran it. Defense was completely fooled. Here we go, trying to find somebody.
Wow, nice pickup. Nice pickup.
We all saw that block. That was a beautiful block right there.
Touchdown for Trey McIntyre again.
Who was that? Number 1, number 7 that had that block that picked that up right at the end, right before he got sacked?
Great pickup on that block there.
Yeah. Ooh.
And now, with only 3.5 minutes left to go in the game, number 13 is up 34-0 against the Monarchs. At this point, you know, I've seen some GIFs on our Discord and some others, you know, and it goes Access. I've seen him post some things. It's over.
It's over.
You know, I know I shouldn't be saying that, but in general, it is over. I think it was over when it was 20-0. It's over now.
When it was 3-0 because ODU can't score a point.
No, it was over when Blake Jackson came out with that pick 6 to start the game out 31 seconds in.
And look who it is on the tackle right there. Blake Jackson on the tackle. I mean, those cornerbacks are just everywhere. Finally, Vag was able to get past the century mark in passing. Wide open right up the middle for Coles. I think Coles has actually had more receptions than actual rushing touches here. 11 for 20 is Vag Unitas.
Yeah, I think something's going on with the Vag. Something.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Vag is restricted today.
Yeah, and there you go. Like Coles right there with an 11-yard run. I think they really should have fed Coles a lot more this game like they did last game. But they just, I don't know what happened to the game plan there. Testicular with his 4th reception. 3 interceptions there for Vag. Just not a good day today.
Yeah, anytime you're giving up 2 pick sixes as a quarterback, you're most likely going to lose the game.
And now Coles, one of your best players, is hurt. He couldn't get up there. He was, we'll see what happened there, but it looked like he was hurt at the end of that play.
And now all of a sudden, Vag looks like he wants to move the ball. So it's too little, too late, Vag. But I guess the Vag woke up late.
One attempt. So they've only been in the red zone one time and only attempted one attempt in the red zone. Unbelievable. Brian Meyer with a 5-yard reception. 2nd and 5 here for the Monarchs at the 13-yard line. Let's see what Unitas can do here.
We'll have to check and see if the Zips have their backups in at this point because Vag seems to be moving the ball and he hasn't been able to do it all game. Why all of a sudden now?
Yep. Kenneth Williams with a good tackle there for a loss. 3rd and 6.
Oh, he got it. Look at that.
Monarchs finally score here.
I was going to say, Winkler shows up in the chat, says something, and they concede points. Wink, go away.
Yeah, I gotta believe that the Zips had their backups in. I don't know why they were able to move the ball so easily there.
Yeah, it did look like a different Zips defense, but again, with a minute and a mild concussion, look at that. Coles is out with a concussion now. Onside kick.
Got it.
No, I don't know who got it right there, but they're just showing Jackson with a hell of a game so far.
I thought ODU got it, but
let's hear after these replays, after that game track.
Yeah.
Yep, and ODU gets the onside kick. Wow. Game is at 34-7. ODU all of a sudden, I think the whole team might have gotten some smelling salts there about 5 to 7 minutes ago. And Charlie Moore now, the backup running back now, 5 yards because Coles is out with a concussion.
I find it a little
again.
Greg, I find it a little interesting. 90 seconds left and running the ball.
Yeah, this was their game plan last week. Sorry about that, Bo. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying that's an interesting strategy there. I guess if you just don't want to catch up, yeah, that's one way to do it. But
yeah,
that makes it 2nd and 6.
And 4-yard outs aren't going to help either.
yeah, I'm surprised they're not pushing the ball down the field a little bit more. I mean, you don't want to rush too much. I mean, this Zips defense has been all over you. But at the same time, you've got to push the ball down the field.
That's what you want. That's what you want right there.
And Tao with an 11-yard reception, 1st and 10. Now the Monarchs threatening again at the 31-yard line of the Zips. And Moore with a handoff gets about 4 yards, 2nd and 6, a minute left in the game. And yes, if you're tuning in, number 13 Zips putting a hurting on the number 1 Monarchs, 34-7 right now, with the Monarchs trying to get some more points on the board to not make it look as bad as it is. But regardless, I think, of what they do here in this game, this has been Akron all the way from start to finish.
Hey, Greg.
Akron better be careful here. All ODU needs is a touchdown here and 3 more successful onside kicks and 4 more touchdowns, and they're right back in this thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Greg, are you sure Akron's, I would say Akron's actually brought ODU to the clinic to get checked out.
The badge to the clinic. I see what you did there.
Yeah, you see what I did there? But
in less than 30 seconds left, 3rd and 8. Vag looking to dump it off, and there he goes, and that'll be a 4th and 4. Charlie Moore only gets 5 yards again. I think, Bo, you were right. I think on that last series, the Zips had some backups, but I think here that I see some of the regulars back in there. 4th and 4 now for the Monarchs. Let's see what happens here.
interesting they didn't use the timeout.
And that's going to do it.
Yeah. Really
My
interesting.
goodness, and there you go. 20 for 29, 180 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Monarchs just unable to have anything for Akron right now. Akron definitely jumping into the top 10, I believe, with this impressive win against the number 1 Monarchs.
They'd be
Taking the knee, Brandon Davis. What a game. Akron 34, Old Dominion 7.
Crazy. They, our coaches in the league would be stupid not to put Akron in the top 10 after this.
Yeah, just utter domination by Akron. And I know it's a big tribute for Blake Jackson. It was his uncle Jermaine Jackson's birthday today, so I guess he figured he'd give him a shout out, and he just balled out today. He said he wanted to give his uncle a big hee for his birthday. But he got that from his other uncle, of course. Rest in peace, Mike. So yeah, it was a great game. Utter domination by Blake Jackson.
I've got
As here we see some highlights here.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've got nothing to say other than Blake Jackson decided to say, hey, nation, this is Akron. This is how I'm playing. I'm ready to be Defensive Player of the Year.
Well, and as we see some of these highlights, again, Vad Unitas just had no answer until the very end of the game. Just Akron just came ready to go. Unbelievable. Who would expect it? I expected a close game, and I really thought that, Akron could pull this off, but not like this. Not like this. And again, thank you again to Axis Sports. Thank you again to everybody watching on the Twitch Axis Sports channel. And from Eagle and Bo and myself, thank you for tuning in as we see here these team stats. Just unbelievable game by Akron. Over 338 yards, total yards. Even Old Dominion, though, having 471 total yards, over almost 100 more than Akron, but just unbelievable. Balled out, 143.2 rating there, guys. That's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
positive for
Brandon Davis
Akron.
put on a clinic tonight.
I was gonna say, yeah, the positive for Akron right now, Brandon Davis, a junior, he's coming back next year. So they can continue to build that program for him around Brandon Davis there for one more season.
Again, good game here. Akron, just looking at their tackles. Look at that day with 8 solo tackles. Just these zips, like somebody in the booth, in the chat was saying, the Kangaroos came definitely ready to play today. Look at that, Jackson, 45 yards, 52-yard return for Moore. Just unbelievable what they were able to do. Absolutely. So Akron did not punt one time. They did not punt not one time. That tells you a lot right there of what they were able to do to the Monarchs defense.
Crazy.
Yeah, round of applause, man, to Akron for they basically put on a show today for us. And I know the score didn't look like a blowout, but it was still an entertaining game. But it was all entertainment from Akron because ODU didn't really show us too much. I mean, I didn't get a good look at the Vag. I really don't think I got a good look. At least, and if I did, I didn't like what I see. The Vag did not look good to me at all. I would not be interested in seeing that Vag again.
Yeah, we had
Here.
I was going to say the tale of two Vages. Last week finale, just utterly disgusting.
Yeah, you know how, and it's bad because, like you said, last week it was completely different. But you know how it is when you expect the Vag to be one way and then it's completely different. That's what I felt tonight. Like the Vag just didn't feel right, and maybe something's wrong. But I really think they need to check out the Vag and maybe it can, next time.
Yeah, I don't know. Is this, what do you guys think? Is this something as, is this an occurrence of sloppy seconds? The second sloppy second game?
Could
Ooh.
be. Could
Yeah.
be.
I like that. That yeah, I agree. Could be.
The crowd got sloppy seconds this week of Vag Unitas. And
Yeah.
again, we look at the post game stats. First down. This was a big disparity at the beginning. Old Dominion was able to come back and get 18 first downs, just like Akron. Rushing yards, Old Dominion had more time of possession. Those 3 turnovers are killers, and not being able to stop the passing of Akron really hurt Old Dominion, and Old Dominion just did not have an answer for Akron. And again, here we see the players of the game. Brandon Davis for sure, 26 of 38 for 260. 2 touchdowns. Blake Jackson balled his ass off. 2 tackles, tackle for a loss, a sack, 2 interceptions, and also a touchdown on one of those interceptions. Unbelievable. And again, if you look at players of the game, not great for Old Dominion. And there you go, just offensive player of the game for them. Only 3 receptions. Brian Meyer and Jeremy Weber with only 6 tackles. It was just mediocre at best against the 13th ranked Akron Zips, and we're definitely going to see some change in the top 25 or top 24 actually.
I was going to say, yeah, we'd definitely see a change in the top 25 because there's only 24. But yes.
I don't want to be too harsh right now. Of course, I'm really close to this game right now, but if I'm gonna guess ODU is gonna drop at least 7 or 8 spots, maybe even out of the top 10.
Yep, and we'll see when we do that. And again, thank you all, and I'm going to pass it off. And thank you on behalf of myself, Eagle, and Bo. Thank you for listening to us here on twitch.tv at Axis Sports. And I'm going to go ahead and send it to our third crew here for San Diego State against Houston. And here is Benji and his crew.
Thank you, Mr. The Greg. Thank you, all you lovely football fans out there who are ready to watch Game 3 of the second week of the AACL. Two interesting games to lead off this evening. As we ready ourselves for San Diego State and Houston, I'd like to welcome into the booth with me on color analysis this evening, Mr. Clint Torres. Clint, how are you doing this evening?
Good evening. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing just fine. Two interesting games to start our Monday night slate, and I think time will tell, Clint, how these two teams, these two losses, Kansas in the debut, or the first game of the evening, and Old Dominion in the second game. Time will tell. I think it's a long season in the AACL, and I am sure those teams who had a down night tonight will battle back and will have some success. It's a long season, but enough about that. Also joining us tonight, I think, Clint, we may have someone else in the booth with us tonight. I'm not quite sure.
I'm here. With Freddie.
Hey, Freddie. Pepper Rogers is joining us. There we go. Three of us in the booth tonight. Clint and Pepper, thank you for joining me tonight. We have Game 3 on the evening. San Diego State University, the 16th ranked team in the AACL, travels to Houston. The Houston Cougars 1-0, ranked 10th in the AACL. Their home debut tonight. As we look at the preview here, San Diego State, led by Coach Robo, Athletic Director B.E. Robo, comes in 0-1. Lost last week to Washington State. They are anxious to get back out there on the field tonight, and albeit on the road against Houston, they're going to be running a spread offense with a 3-4 defense. And they are facing this Houston Cougars team at home, 1-0, fresh off their opening week win against Iowa State. They are led by Athletic Director Jeff Gagne and head coach Bobby Leo Moxon. And it's going to be, I think, perhaps a little bit of contrasting styles here. Houston likes to run that Navy offense and runs a 3-4 defense. I'm going to pitch it to you really fast, Clint. Your thoughts as we to this third game of the night?
I'm excited to see what Houston does tonight running that Navy offense. I wasn't able to watch the full game last time, but it's all based on that Navy offense is all based on timing and all based on discipline. And so far so good. The first game they got the win, but if San Diego State can disrupt that at the snap, I think that Houston might have some problems running the ball.
And Pepper, your thoughts on this matchup here this evening?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how the Aztecs recover from their week 1 loss and how quarterback Ben Jerkinoff does this game.
Yes, San Diego State players to watch: quarterback Ben Gergenoff and linebacker on defense Jason Sims. And for your Houston Cougars players to watch, quarterback K. Dean and your strong safety Zeus Kent. I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. 61 degrees is the forecast in Houston. Clear, a perfect night for football. Here, our third game of the night as the Houston Cougars take the field in those bright home reds. They can't wait to get this one kicked off to see if they can move to 2-0. They are now inside the top 10 tonight. Anxious to take the field. Contrasting styles. It will be really unique to see how this one plays out as we get set for the pregame festivities at midfield. The captains will gather. A coin will be tossed. Dreams will come true tonight. Dreams will be shattered. I'm ready for the drama. Let's see who is going to win this toss. It looks like the Houston Cougars are going to kick off and the Aztecs will receive. We are underway. Game 3 of the night. This is hopefully will be our first good matchup of the evening. Clint, as San Diego State takes the field, what do you expect to see from them early on?
Last week I was impressed by their quarterback Jurgenhoff, and I think in this spread offense he's going to keep the Houston defense on their toes.
And here we go, right off the bat, the give and go right up the middle. Fantastic gain by Barry McCulkiner, 50-yard rush. And just like that, no huddle, the Aztecs are coming to the line. Fantastic first play of the game. 4 wide in the shotgun. Halfback offset to the left. And here is the keeper by the quarterback. Oh, he breaks one tackle. He's off to the races. Oh my gosh, is he going to make it in? No, he doesn't. Ben Gergenhoff on the 21-yard rush. And just like that, 2 plays down, San Diego State is knocking on the door. This is a fantastic start. The Aztecs on the road. Here we go, 4 wide still in the shotgun. Fake. Quarterback Gergenhoff is into the end zone on the keeper. How about that? That's the way to start a game. Pepper Rogers.
Very impressive. Very impressive. 3 plays for a touchdown. Houston is still on the bus.
Can we confirm that Houston is actually, are they on the field? Did they come out of the locker room?
Yeah, they're on the field, but I think next series they're going to need to put a spy on that quarterback because he's just having his way at him.
Yeah, that was a perfect start for the Aztecs on the road. It will be interesting to see how this, as you mentioned, Clint, this Cougar offense predicated on this patient offensive attack, timing and rhythm. Will they be rattled or will they remain calm here? 1st and 10 under center, running the option, and the keeper by the quarterback. He first down barrels his way for about 12 yards, I thought. K. Dean, 14 yards on the carry.
We might have a game of quarterbacks here, running quarterbacks. Which one can survive the longest?
Absolutely. Well, that motion is really tricky to follow up here in the booth, but on the give, Arthur Leo, his first carry of the game. 8 yards there. Yes, and can K. Dean match this output so far in one game and one series from the Aztecs? Quarterback Ben Gergenhoff, that was the 3rd rushing touchdown, I believe, already on the season. Here's the pitch. Well-executed option. Arthur Leo, 14 yards on the carry. Both teams here aren't having any problems on offense. Is this a case, Clint, of these offenses ready to go, or you think it takes defenses some time to kind of get used to the flow?
Yeah, I think both. I think the defense needs to get used to it, but Houston is executing that option play perfectly.
Yeah, that option can be really difficult to defend when it is being executed so well. And again here off the fake, little pass out to the left. Well defended by the Aztecs. Hold Arthur Leo to just a 5-yard gain. Sets up a 2nd and 5. Houston's coming to the line. Again, quarterback Kading under center. Motion back to the left. There's a fake to the fullback on the option, and he cannot get the ball pitched. Fantastic play. Garrett Fletcher with the wrap-up tackle. A big tackle for loss there. He's going to set up a 3rd down. Here on the replay, you see the Aztecs put the heat on Kading and did not let that pitch be made. Sets up a 3rd and 7. For Houston. Big down here early in this game. Drops back to pass. Ooh, that's going to be close. Close to the line. There's a flag on the play.
They've got a flag.
Holding.
Still 3rd down.
Holding on Houston on 3rd and 17. They're going to walk this one back. Promising drive here for Houston. In danger of stalling. They're on about the 35. We'll call it the 35-yard line. 3rd and 17 in the pistol. Kading drops back, looking to go deep, and it is intercepted. The Aztecs intercept. Wow. They are running past midfield. And just like that, first turnover of the game. Here we see the replay. Some pressure, perhaps, Pepper. Kading maybe getting rid of that ball before he wanted to.
Looks like he just threw it straight to number 42. He was the intended receiver.
Well, if that was the case, that was an excellent pass. And fresh off that turnover, the Aztecs take the field on the 45. They're inside Cougar territory, dropping back, looking down the field. Almost another interception going the other way. Ben Gergenhoff, first pass of the game, falls incomplete. Mentioned already Ben Gurganoff, 3 total touchdowns last week. K. Dean, 3 total touchdowns on the Cougar side. So both these quarterbacks enjoyed good success in week 1. Here's a little dump off across the middle. Completed to all Adolph fall over nipple. And the Aztecs hurrying to the line, 4 wide again. Quarterback Ben Gurganoff. Oh, incomplete. Thought it was caught there for a second, but it falls. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. And they're lining up 5 wide. Dropping back across the middle. The pass is complete. Andre Parks with a 12-yard reception. Still in the first quarter, just past the halfway point. There's been a lot of action. Quarterback been jerking off. My colleague is telling me I need to brush up my pronunciation guide there, so.
Houston needs to stop here. They need to keep them out of the end zone.
There was a good play right there. Zeus Kent, the safety on the play, knocks it incomplete. 3rd and 3, the Aztecs. 4 wide. Oh, quarterback keeper perhaps. There we go. And let's see here. Ben jerking off with the 3-yard rush. 1st and 10. They are knocking on the goal line here. They can get a first down without scoring here. Spreading it out wide again. Looks like they're going to run the option. The quarterback keeper tripped up, just falls down. Like a 3-yard gain. Here we go, 2nd and 7, spreading it out wide again. They are playing aggressive. Ben Jerkinoff knocks a man to the side, barrels in for the 8-yard touchdown. Boom. San Diego State, 2 quick touchdowns. They're playing a bit angry tonight. Clint, your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely angry. They started off spreading it out, throwing it down the field. And then it looks like as they got closer to the goal line, Jurgenhoff was decided to take it all and put it on his shoulders and run it in.
Yeah, the quarterback picking up right where he left off last week. 14-zip, a quick lead here in the first quarter. That turnover proved to be costly for the Cougars, who were enjoying a fantastic opening drive. 49 yards allowed in total by the Aztec defense so far. The Cougars, though, have the ball on their 2nd drive of the game. Kadeen once again under center. And that familiar look there, half back in motion here as they give up the middle of the fullback, and he breaks through. Great carry by Tony Phillips on the 18-yard rush.
Nice.
And again, that offense, they're going to give you, that Cougar offense is going to give you that similar look down after down. But you just have to stay on your toes if you're your defense, because that ball can go any number of different directions. There's the keeper, does not go with the fullback dive, and K. Dean, fantastic run. Out to across midfield into Aztec territory, down to about the 35-yard line. So Houston really quickly, after the turnover on their opening drive, after that quick San Diego score, they're right back in it. Coach, I'm sure, is telling them not to panic. Offense is playing well. It's just that one turnover. It's been the difference so far. K. Dean, broken tackle. Fantastic rush there.
I think K. Dean saying whatever Ben Jerkinoff can do, I can do too.
Whatever Jerkinoff can do, I can do better. And if they can punch this ball in here for 6, this will go a long way to keeping them in this game tonight. Another fake, well-executed pitch to the left, gets around the corner, down past the 5. Arthur Leo, 12-yard rush, just like that. Inside the 5, 1st and goal for the Cougars. Aztecs lining up. 5 wide on that defensive front. Here's the pitch, great play. Dion Ware wraps up the ball carrier. Tackle in the backfield, sets him back to about the 9 or 10 yard line. or the 8-yard line there. See what Houston dials up on the second goal. Another keeper. That is great penetration by the Aztecs, but they cannot wrap up K-Dean, who makes it in, scampers in for the touchdown. There we go. That's a great answer, Pepper, by the Cougars to cut this lead in half.
Yeah, this was a good drive. It's what Houston needed.
Absolutely. If they might have been in danger of letting the game get out of hand too quickly. But as it stands, that's a great answer by the Cougars. 14-7, nearing the end of the first quarter. Lots of great action here as the Cougars kick the ball back to the Aztecs. And here's the good run, swarmed under Buster Hyman, 24-yard return. And here we quick look at the stats. Plays are even, total yards are even, first downs are even. It's just that one turnover so far is the difference in the game. Can Houston on this drive perhaps force a punt, get that ball back? They're going to need to start. Some good defense here. And the keeper, Jerkinoff, keeps it and is tackled, wrapped up for the 1-yard loss. Dakota Romo on the tackle. Already 2 touchdowns on the game for quarterback Jerkinoff. He's dropping back. This could be the last play of the first quarter. Catches his man on the completion, coming across the middle. 9 yards to Buster Hyman. And that is the end of the first quarter. 14-7 San Diego State. The Aztecs on the road lead the number 10 Houston Cougars in their home debut.
Yeah, we got a good game going on here.
Absolutely. Split backs out of the shotgun. There's the fake and the keeper. Great defense by Houston. Their quarterback is swarmed by a host of Cougars. Working off. Cougars all around him. Bring him down. Great play. 4th and 3 forces the punt. So there we go. Houston finally able to stop the Aztecs and force the punt. So after this slow start at home, they are right back, or they're right in this game. Bennett Stewart with the return sets them up close to midfield. Third possession of the game for quarterback K-Dean and the Cougars. New look here, 3 wide receivers running the option here. It's K-Dean on the keeper. And 4-yard rush. And I think the Cougars are going to be happy if K-Dean winds up running this ball as much as he is so far. It looks like Aztecs are committing to taking out the pitch man perhaps early in this game when they see this option. And nope, they're going for the quarterback here. They're able to make the pitch. Deion Ware's wrapped up.
They're wrapping that fullback up every time, though. That's why he's not giving it to the fullback.
Yeah, we've only seen the fullback tote the rock, I think, perhaps just one time. It was very effective, but you're right. The Aztecs are making sure that fullback does not get anything going. And that Arthur Leo tumbles forward, enough for the first down.
Complaining that he was face mask. Thought he had a face mask.
No laundry on the field. They're going to let him play tonight. Puts up a 1st and 10 right at midfield. There's that fake to the fullback and the keeper. The ball's on the ground. Someone jumped on it, and it looks like Houston has recovered. There we go.
They dodged a bullet.
Yeah, that's a lucky play, timely play by Leo. Hop back on that one.
Hey, Benji, I'm going to join your broadcast. I think Clint's having technical difficulties. We can't hear
Here's
him
the
at all.
Pitch out. Arthur Leo, 7-yard rush. This game is going back and forth. There's some hard-hitting action here. We're going to bring another analyst into the booth. Dave Access, the man himself, is going to help us chart this game. Dave, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, bro. I think Clint's having technical difficulty. We kept seeing the green circle, but we couldn't hear him. So he's going to work on it. If he jumps back in, cool. If not, then you'll be stuck with me for the rest of this game.
Well, I don't think we won't mind being stuck with you tonight, Dave. Thanks for stepping in for Clint there.
Of course. By the way, I just wanted to say, at first I thought this game was going to turn out like the first two, with San Diego State jumping out to a 14-0 lead, but Houston coming back and now on a good drive with the opportunity to tie things up.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen the first 2 games of the night. We saw one team unable to defend their home turf. We saw another team blow out perhaps a league favorite at home. So you never know what you're going to get here night in, night out in the AACL, but it is just week 2. So these teams, in addition to learning still about themselves, they still have to figure out these opponents too. I think it's going to be a little inconsistent here, but you're right. Dave Houston has responded very well tonight. Here's the keeper, as I say that. Great defense by the Aztecs.
Well, and
if
people remember, in the preseason, these two teams played each other twice, and I believe they split victory. So these are usually 2 pretty well even matched teams, as it is anyway.
3rd and 10, 3 wide receivers. K. Dean dropping back all day long in the pocket, and finally the rush gets home. That's got to be, I think, you gave your thoughts, Pepper, on that. Maybe that's a coverage sack as you look at the replay. Playing zone in the back there, just nowhere to go.
I think it is.
But nowhere for him to throw the ball.
Yeah, you're right, Freddie. Although I think that if he had maybe tried to run maybe a second sooner, he had nothing but daylight ahead of him.
It sets up a field goal attempt here by the Cougars. It's going to be about a 41-yard field goal. They are attempting to ice their own kicker.
This is the
thing. They're letting the clock run down. They don't want to give them much time.
I never know if it's a glitch or if it's them writing it down.
Oh boy, let's see how this one goes. We'll be snapping it here. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it's good.
Plenty of leg there too.
Not the result the Cougars wanted, but they're keeping pace here. 14-10.
That's 10 unanswered points by the Cougars, so let's see what San Diego State can do here.
Yeah, they've been explosive so far. Here's a good return out past the 25. Adolph Oliver Nipple with a 29-yard return here. 3 timeouts for the Aztecs. They've been explosive so far. They've got 55 seconds to work with. We'll see what they do. They're sending out 3 wide, tight end in motion across the formation. Short pass across the middle by Jerkinoff. Only 4 of 8 on the evening so far. Have had great success running the ball. But perhaps this Cougar defense is not letting them get what they want through the air. 2nd and 10. Lots of time in the pocket. Nowhere to go, so he dumps it off. Good play by the Cougars. And they're not going to use any of their timeouts, I don't think. What do you think about this, Dave? No timeouts by the Aztecs being taken.
I don't know. Maybe they're feeling comfortable with the lead. I don't remember who started with the ball. And, of course, you've got that pass down the sideline.
Yeah, there we go. Maybe they're setting the Cougars up, right? Adolph Oliver Nipple, 53-yard reception. Just like that, they're knocking on the door. They did take their first timeout inside the 20 in the red zone now. Less than 30 seconds on the clock. Jerkinoff keeps the ball. Big hit. Lucky to hold on to the ball there.
Ben got popped on that one.
2nd and 4. 4 wide. 1 timeout left for the Aztecs. They can go across the middle here, and he's going to throw this one away. Good coverage by the Cougars.
That was good. It's, both teams, even though we've got quite a bit of points scored, both defenses are playing pretty decent.
I think so. Aside from that last pass to Adolph Oliver Nipple.
Speak of the devil.
There we go. He's open in the back corner. Adolph Oliver Nipple on the reception from Ben Jerkinoff. That's how you run. I guess you don't call it the 2-minute drill, do you, in college, or do you? Is it a 2-minute drill?
Yeah, you can call it whatever
it's
you want.
It's a drill of some sort.
We can make up names here in the AACL.
It's
a booth review, Benji.
What we see here is that there's no need for this booth review because that's just
he's got like 4 feet
perfectly.
Down.
Yeah, he's got 4 feet down. So, these refs are just being dramatic.
What do you think, Freddie? Was it close?
No, it wasn't even close. Referee called it right from the beginning.
I wonder now if that settling for a field goal by Houston is going to hurt them with San Diego responding so quickly.
Yeah, you would look like you would have to think so. They're looking at less than a minute to go in the second quarter. 14-10. They had scored 10 unanswered, as Pepper had mentioned. So the momentum was with them. That was perhaps a broken coverage in the secondary or something, but that was just a huge play for the Aztecs to get them down there.
It was huge. Oh,
Drew Dean does not want to go down.
They brought a timeout?
Yep, they used their first timeout. 2 timeouts left to go. 10 seconds. 3 wide receivers. Kadeen drops back. Going deep.
Oh, my gosh.
Got a man open.
Timeout.
Bennett Stewart on a 36-yard reception.
Oh,
There's a
my
timeout.
gosh.
They're gonna put this one down. This will be a 45, 46-yard field goal.
It's good. Look at that.
There we go.
Plenty of leg on that one, too.
I'm sure
That
the
3
Cougars.
points might come back to really aid them here in the second half.
Yeah, I think hopefully you got to feel good about that if you're the Cougars team to get points out of that drive there after the Aztecs put that touchdown on them there with less than a minute to go in the second quarter. Looks like Aztecs are going to try and sling it here. Oh, nope, they're going to give it up the middle.
Did he fumble? Oh, I thought he fumbled the ball. Not that it would have mattered.
And we've reached the halftime. San Diego State on the road, up 21-13 in Houston. We have reached halftime. This has been a good game so far. That early turnover so far has been the difference. Allowed Aztecs to get out to that early 14-0 lead. But Houston battling back, making a game of it. Some big plays have been the difference. Again, starting with that turnover by Houston early in the first quarter. And there's that replay there of that giveaway, which was an opportunity at the time. And again, it led Dave to the 14-point lead by the Aztecs. At that point, we thought it looked like this game could get out of hand, but Houston made a game of it. What do you think about Houston's rally there in the first half?
No, I think it's great. It's good to see one team tonight finally respond when starting to get blown out, right? I mean, after the first 2 games we watched. But I think the one bummer part for Houston was when they had to settle for that first field goal. Leaving those 4 points on the field could come back to haunt them, like Freddie mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but Freddie, Houston did have all the momentum with that 10-0 run.
Time of possession.
Yeah, that's that Houston offense, right? Like, can they play from behind? You know, those 2 field goals at the end of the second quarter, not ideal. At least they got those points on the board, but are they an offense that can make up a deficit in a second half? We see how the difference in that time of possession. Pepper, do you think Houston's got the offense to make a comeback in the second half?
Well, if they can't stop San Diego State, they're going to definitely have to do the big play like they did right there in the last 2 minutes. They're going to have to open it up.
And we'll see right away what they can do with it. Down 8, Houston received the opening kickoff to second half. Kadeen under center. 3 wide receivers running the option here. Keeps it up the middle. There was nowhere to go to the outside. Just a 1-yard rush. Good defense by the Aztecs.
They saw it coming that time.
Yep, absolutely.
You know, going back to the time of possession real quick, Benji, I guess when you score 2 touchdowns in a matter of seconds, you don't really need the ball like San Diego State did.
Time of possession, schmine of possession.
That's what she always said.
That's what they say. No, that's a good point, though. Explosive plays early on by the Aztecs led that quick lead. Here's like a reverse option going nowhere. Linebacker squeaks through and brings KD down. Jason Sims makes the great play there. They sniffed that one out right away. Sets up a 2nd and 10.
Looks like Coach Robo and his staff watched a lot of film on this Navy offense that Houston's running this week.
Yeah, they're being really aggressive, attacking the option. Oh, here we see perhaps unblocked. Getting in early, one of the Aztec linebackers really blew that play up. We saw Kadeen, the quarterback, get hit by like 3 or 4 Aztecs before being wrapped up and brought down to the ground. Sets up a 3rd and long. And here's the long pass by quarterback Kadeen and intercepted. Here's the run back by the Aztecs. 2nd interception on the night by this Aztec defense. Kadeen taking a shot deep. Here on the replay, where was he going on this replay? Was this a prayer he was throwing up here?
Triple coverage, and I guess it was just a long punt.
Treating it like a long punt.
That's
the way to look on the bright side there.
There you go. He was channeling his inner Bon Jovi. He was living on a prayer, Benji.
There you go. Sometimes you gotta wing them out there and hope for the best.
He's jerking off with the stiff arm.
Ben's usually pretty stiff when he does that.
9 rushes, almost 50 yards. 4 wide for the Aztecs. Here's the give. Good defense by the Cougars. I'm sorry, by the Aztecs. Barry McCulkiner. We just haven't had the opportunity to call Barry McCulkiner's name very often tonight.
No, that's very unfortunate. I did notice that Coach Robo said in the chat earlier that he had really worked on going deep this week.
And good defense on that 3rd down by the Cougars, who are going to force this Aztec punt. So,
well, Coach Robo didn't penetrate that time.
No, he did not.
No damage done by that 2nd interception there. Cougars are going to get the ball right back. Down 8.
It's only a one-score game, Benji, with plenty of time to play, so Houston's not out of this by any means, yeah.
Lining up 4 wide here out of the shotgun. Is this the first time we've seen the shotgun tonight by the Cougars? We're able to get a 6-yard reception to Big Stevens, number 77.
What's number 77?
What was that?
Doing?
Is that a wide receiver wearing 77?
I think it was a tight end. I think it was a tight end.
That's an interesting number for a tight end.
Kadeen under center now this time. There's the give to the fullback. This time it's wide open.
Oh, it's coming back.
Personal foul.
Face
mask.
Wow.
Going to tack on some extra yardage here. Cody Benson's like, what are you talking about, ref? Ref's like, I caught you. I got you. Ball's just over across half field. Kadeen under center now. Cougars are on the move. Here's a little give up the middle. 3-yard rush. 2nd and 7. Now the only down 1 score. They can afford to be patient and play this, the Cougar style of football that we've seen so far. I think we're seeing them play patiently. They're not pressing just yet.
That's that Navy style offense.
Well, you can get 9 yards on 9 yards a chunk like that, giving it to your fullback.
Well,
why not?
Willie eat me out with the tackle. His 6th tackle. Uh-oh.
There we go. Read it like a diary. Fantastic play by the Aztecs. The 3rd interception. Oh, that's a fantastic reach out there by Sims. Jason Sims, 2nd interception of the game. Quite an athletic play by the linebacker. Ran down, but wow, that's a fantastic play of the game, perhaps by a linebacker. 2nd interception. I don't know if that's a case of he knew exactly where Kadeen was going with the ball and waited for it to be thrown, or he was way out of position, wasn't covering his man, and the ball was underthrown and came right to him. It's neither here nor there.
I'd like to think that he was doing his job, but you just never know, Benji.
You never know. 2 interceptions, though. Having a great day defensively for the Aztecs. 2nd and 10. Barry McCulkiner.
Not going deep on that play.
Nope. Being held up. Stuffed at the line. 3rd and 8. Here's the pass out wide to the right. And is he going to get the first down? Yes, and more. Great individual effort by Phil Lacio. 2nd reception, 17 yards total for the wide receiver. Quarterback Ben jerking off. 8 completions so far in the game here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the give up the middle. Barry McCulkiner, and he gets close to that goal line, 4 yards there on that carry, 2nd and goal. This is a big stand here for Cougars. They really want to make sure they hold the Aztecs out of the end zone if all possible, and that, what a letdown. Adolf Oliver Nipple, 2nd touchdown. Quarterback Ben jerking off.
Wide open, too, in the back of the end zone there.
Yeah, I thought they were going to go with Barry on that one, but, they fooled the defense like they fooled me.
Now, is this lead too much for the Cougars? Down 2 scores here as we approach the end of the 3rd quarter.
I think they're going to have to score early here, not use a lot of clock.
Yeah, let's pretend for a moment that K. Dean is done throwing interceptions. No more interceptions in the remainder of this game. Is there enough time on the clock, Dave, for the Cougars to run this option style attack, or are they going to have to start throwing the ball every down?
I think if they're smart, they'll mix it up. I think if you stick with the run, San Diego State knows it's coming, but you mix in some passes here and there, you might catch them off guard, get back in this game. It's only 2 scores, or you can just run it right down their throat like this.
Just like that, Tony Phillips on the give inside. Aztecs left that one wide open. Good blocking up front by the Big Hogs.
Yeah, that was some nice blocking downfield.
If you can, that's as good as a pass right there.
Yeah.
That's a big play on that inside give in the option game. Anytime you can get that on the ground, that's amazing. And here,
that was pretty.
Keeper,
that was pretty.
Good pitch. That's run to perfection. 10 yards by Dion Ware there. That option game can really put pressure on a defense.
Yeah, when they actually run it correctly, and San Diego State doesn't see it coming, but that's been the problem tonight, right? Is either they don't run it correctly, or San Diego State's been seeing it coming most of the night. It's just like that.
It looks like we got a whiff block on the outside. Like an H-back perhaps decided he was going to take a quick break, go on vacation from his duties. That led to the stuff there, and we've reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Cougars have the ball. Get your 4s up in chat. That's right. Cougars have the ball. They're driving down 2 scores. Is there enough time on the clock? Can Houston prevail? Will the Aztecs win their first game of the season? Stay tuned.
San Diego State, a little something to prove. They were ranked, I think, 9th in the preseason poll, dropped 7 spots. That's the 2nd furthest drop going into week 2. So maybe they're just playing a little pissed off, like we mentioned earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. No team wants to see themselves drop after a loss like that when they probably are. They got an attitude about this one.
I mean, they did score 31 points, if I'm not mistaken.
They had a close game. I'm going to look it up actually while Benji's.
They 30-34. They lost to Washington State. Very close game though. And here we go. K. Dean on the keeper gets the first down. They're going to give it to him. And this is a good drive. 18 rushes on the day for K. Dean, 87 yards. Clock's running. Approaching the 4-minute mark, but the Cougars are in the red zone. There's the fake to the fullback.
Nice
Great
pitch.
block. Here's the pitch.
Not much after the pitch, but a decent play overall. 4 yards. I'll take 45 yards every time.
Well, they kind of cut it up kind of soon. He should have kept going to the wide.
Out of the pistol now. Looks like they've got 3 wide receivers and an H-back or tight end. And K. Dean's got nowhere to go.
Sacked by his own player.
Looked like he was going to keep it and run with it, tuck it and run, but he was wrapped up for the loss. 3rd and 12.
Mark Sanchez.
The Mark Sanchez action? Yep, perhaps.
Wide open.
Back going. You've got a man wide open.
Wow.
There you
That
go.
was nice.
Maurice Murphy. First touchdown pass of the game by K. Dean, and they're still in this.
You forget sometimes that K. Dean can throw the ball.
Yeah. Look at him step into that throw. He saw that one. Fired that one out there.
Beautiful.
how you let somebody get behind you like that, I'm still new with me. You can't let nobody behind you.
Oh, they're trying to go for 2.
Going for 2.
I mean, that's a smart move right there, I think. You got to try it, right?
Well, you got to try either this one or the next one.
Yeah. Onside kick attempt. And someone should have told the kicker to feather it a little bit.
Yeah.
Feather that touch on that one. That was a rocket.
Well, down 2 scores with 3 minutes left. I think that was the right call. They just didn't do it very well. No execution.
I did see one get recovered in the game before, though.
Yeah.
Look at this run. Barry McCulkiner was not to be denied on that rush. 9 yards, that's a 2nd and 1, and I'm sure we're going to see a lot of McCulkiner right now trying to run this clock out.
I'm sure we are.
4 wide, spreading the field out for McCulkiner. I can't even pronounce it the right way. 7 rushes, 77 yards.
Freddie, is that Dandy Don I hear coming down the hallway?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah, Dandy Don's definitely in the shower tuning up.
Ben jerking off on the carry. And we're going to need to see Houston make a play right now. They have to expect this ball's, I was going to say, going to be run their way. But
yeah,
here, quarterback drops back to pass.
Well, so I don't know. Was that a smart play? Everybody's expecting the run. They go to the pass. I guess that's a good call.
Coach Robo's keeping things exciting, fresh and exciting.
Yeah, he's not worried about eating the clock up. He just wants to score. He wants to punish them. He's still pissed.
Yeah, he wants to see these Aztecs rise in the polls. He needs more points. We got to influence the voters. They're looking to score right here. They want to send a message.
I agree. I think a lot of teams want to do that in week 2 after losing in week 1. But San Diego State, I think, had a chance to win that game last week and let it get away. So I think they have a little chip on their shoulder.
Jerkinoff keeps the ball. Was brought down on the tackle. Sets up a 4th and 2. We're going to settle for the field goal here. Just saw the quick peek at the total yardage. Houston has outgained the Aztecs tonight. A lot of that was in catch-up duty.
Right.
They turned the ball over a bit too often and let the Aztecs build this lead that at the end here it appears it may be insurmountable. And the Cougars are out of timeouts, so unfortunately they have to watch the clock run here. The field goal is good. 31 points on the road by the Aztecs against the number 10 Houston Cougars. We have seen 3 upsets tonight in the AACL. A few of them have been pretty serious upsets.
Yeah, I'm. It's interesting. Last week, these 2 teams were kind of swapped. I think San Diego State was 9 and Houston was probably 14, 15, 16. So they swap, and San Diego State comes in and beats Houston. So I wonder if they'll swap again next week. Oh, that's it. Stat padding time.
There we go. Houston was doing what they needed to do. They needed to be aggressive there. Throw the ball downfield, and will he eat me out?
I'm not
Pulls that one in.
I don't know the answer to that question.
4 interceptions on the night for quarterback K. Dean. And I think it was, the Cougars, after the first interception, they held their heads up. They didn't get down. They went on a 10-0 run there to really bring that game, if you remember, back to that 14-10 mark in the first half. It looked like it was going to be a good game, but 3 more interceptions after that by the Cougars, and it's just too much to overcome. And the Aztecs on the road win it. Quarterback Ben Jerkinoff is your player of the game.
Unbelievable.
Fantastic win on the road by the Aztecs here. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
Freddie, go ahead.
Oh, yes, it was a very impressive win by San Diego State tonight.
Yeah.
Definitely. Adolph Oliver Nipple was my player of the game.
played well defensively. Jason, I think Sims here, 2 interceptions. We're seeing one of them on replay. I think the second one came at a time where the Cougars were mounting a good drive, still within striking distance. I think the Aztecs were able to take the ball down the field and score after that one to kind of increase that lead to 2 scores. And again, it's tough to overcome 4 turnovers by your quarterback in the AACL.
Yeah, you got to give it, hats off to San Diego State, right? They took a really tough loss last week. They they obviously spent some really good time in the film room because that Navy offense that Houston ran last week was really impressive. So I think, the coaching staff at San Diego State really did their job. They really did mostly a really good job shutting down that Navy offense that Houston runs, and I think it really paid off, and I wouldn't be surprised if you see another swap in the polls between these 2 teams.
Just the 4 turnovers has really made a big difference.
Yeah, that was huge. How many were they all interceptions?
No, I think one was a fumble, wasn't it?
We'll
They might all been 4 interceptions.
I'll double check here in a moment. So Houston didn't punt. That's interesting.
That 2 games in a row with a team that didn't punt.
It is. Let me go back to the quarterback here. Oh no, 4 interceptions by Dean. That you just can't have that in this league, Benji. You're going to lose if you throw 4 interceptions.
Yeah, I think coaches and teams are still trying to get a handle on game planning, personnel, etc. And you would like to think that in a situation like this, we saw Houston play strong still despite getting down early, and their option attack allowed them to keep pace, to stay in the game. But I thought that when they really needed to start being more aggressive in the passing game, we saw those 3 interceptions, those last 3 interceptions, come into time where they were really needing to pick up ground quickly, get down the field, put some points on the board. So you hope to see Houston spend some time working on that side of the game. They've got the option game down. That's fun to watch, and I think that could be a bruising, dominating way to demoralize an opponent when you can play with the lead. But when you have to play from behind, you see tonight, it's not going to work out for you all the time.
No,
but great defensive effort by the Aztecs for sure on the road. Those 4 turnovers.
When you're not a passing team, Benji, and you're forced to pass, I mean, that's kind of what you expect to happen, I guess. And you can tell, not just by their turnovers, but you can tell Houston attempting, as many passes as we saw, and they couldn't even break 100 yards.
Yeah, absolutely. They had to hold on to that ball for quite a bit. To see the time of possession kind of evened out a little bit in this second half. I think it's just literally because of the 3 interceptions. San Diego State had the ball the entire time. It felt like. But that option style offense, 17 first downs, that tells me that you're moving those chains a lot on the ground. 17 first.
San Diego State didn't have a lot of yardage though.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, if your
They had 250 total.
If your kicker's the player of the game, that's an issue.
Yeah, Houston, the kicker. Remember that first field goal? We wondered if that was going to be a key moment. They had the ball deep in Aztec territory. They had settled for that first field goal. 2 for 2. Eric Glover is with that long of 47. 2 beautiful kicks. If you're a fan of kicking in the AACL, and Eric Glover as a player of the game, you'll applaud that one. On the Aztec side of the ball, quarterback Ben Jerkinoff led this team, did what he had to do, led him to a victory. 10 of 16, 128 yards, carried the ball 13 times for a little over 50 yards and 4 total TDs.
Middle linebacker got two interceptions.
Yeah, Jason Sims. I
believe these were the same 2 players for San Diego State last week that were offensive and defensive player of the game.
Yeah, there we go. These 2 players may be 2 players to watch for potential players of the year, even defensively, especially if they're going to keep having strong games like that. Jason Sims and that interception he had, a second interception, was really, I thought, it began to shut the door on the Cougars.
Yeah, I agree with that completely.
Apollo Parsons, middle linebacker for the Cougars, 7 tackles, including a tackle for loss, is the Cougar Defensive Player of the game.
Yeah, we heard his name a lot too in a losing effort, but great effort nonetheless.
Week 3, I'm sure Houston will go back to the drawing board. We'll be excited to get back out there. Both teams now 1-1. Congratulations to the Aztecs on that victory. And we will transition to the 4th and final game of the evening. Western Michigan University, the Broncos, with athletic director Jacob Clear, led by head coach Adam Gase. They are on the road with number 11 Memphis. Head coach Pepper Rogers and athletic director Freddie Trammell. At home, 1-0 after a victory.
No, I think we're 0-1. We lost.
0-1.
Oh yeah, let's just say 0-1. My bad.
Here we go. 0-1 at home now, looking for their first win against Western Michigan. Are we going to have the honor, Pepper, of having you in the booth with us for this
No,
one?
we're gonna kick him to the
I'm
curb.
gonna let Gunny come in and take my place.
Sounds good. Pepper, good luck in the game. We'll be rooting for you. Unbiasedly, of course. We're also rooting for Adam Gase and the Western Michigan Fighting Broncos.
Good luck to Western Michigan, and I appreciate it. And I'm gonna check out. So thank y'all.
Later, Freddie.
Thank you. And Gunny will join us in the booth.
Yes, he will.
Welcome, Gunny. Good evening.
Good evening to you, sir.
Western Michigan lost last week to the Indiana Hoosiers. That was a close contest. I think I was on the call for that one, and it came down to a safety that Western Michigan could not overcome. That was a close-fought contest, 23-21 against the Hoosiers. They are back at it now on the road, looking for that first victory. Both teams looking for their first victory here early on in the season. Western Michigan, number 23 in the league. Memphis coming in at number 11. I'm not sure if both of you caught both these games in week 1, but some initial thoughts here. Does Western Michigan have enough firepower on the road here at Memphis to steal a victory?
I don't know that they do. I mean, it's really hard to say. First, I think initially I would say no because, Memphis really hung with the number 1 team in the nation. Then, of course, we saw the number 1 team in the nation tonight not show up. Western Michigan, ranked 23rd, I think they actually went down 1 in the rankings. I think they were 22nd last week. They hung with an Indiana team. But do we know how good Indiana is? So I actually think this may end up being a little more even game than we originally thought on paper. So I would say there's a definite possibility there, Benji.
I would agree with that. I see a toss-up game. Each team, Western Michigan and Memphis, each scored 21 points last week, so it's going to be a toss-up game.
And if our games this evening have shown anything, I think obviously it goes without saying it's going to be the team and the quarterback that takes care of the ball. It's going to lead their team to victory tonight in this one. All right, we are ready to go. 46 degrees. It is clear in Memphis. Another beautiful weather game tonight. This one for the final game of the evening. We are ready to go down to the field. Western Michigan University and Memphis. Both teams looking for their first victory in the AAC.
Yeah, my apologies again for the graphic. Too much information, I guess. Hey, Freddie, if you're still listening, I was trying to give you the victory, bro.
He says thank you, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Although he wants to go out and earn this one.
I'm sure he does. We're about 10 seconds away.
Western Michigan going to be running the West Virginia-style offense. Memphis running a multi-offense. 4-2-5 defense for the Broncos. And Memphis is going to be running that 3-4 multi-defense. Both quarterbacks are on the to-watch list. Excellent players at their positions again. We think it's going to be the quarterback that takes the better care of the ball tonight. will help lead their team to victory. And 2 strong safeties to watch. John Lewis for the Broncos and half a mind Trammell for the Tigers. Be looking to inflict some damage, maybe steal a few interceptions from the opposing quarterback tonight. I can't wait to get this one started. Let's go. To the field. And the Tigers take the field and those blues. Did that banner say Fruit Star? Did you catch that in the background?
I did not catch that.
I did.
Is that what it said, Gunny? Fruit Star?
Fruit Star?
Yes, it did.
Okay. We'll have to ask Freddie what that's all about. That blue does pop on those Memphis uniforms, that's for sure.
Down to the field we go again. A crystal clear night. In the 40s for this game. Western Michigan and Memphis at the Liberty Bowl. This should be a good one tonight. Both teams hungry to be back out here looking for this first victory of the season. Broncos on the call, on the coin toss here. And they will receive the ball first. We are underway in Memphis. Tigers are kicking off. Broncos receive the ball short of the goal line. Opportunity to get a good run back here. Derek Sullivan brings the Broncos out to about the 25-yard line, and that is where the Broncos will take the field. Brian Merriman, the quarterback, brings them out 5 wide to get things started.
I thought he was going to break that, by the way. That return man. And look at that play. That was a nice little fake run and then a pass.
Absolutely. And they're going to go no huddle here. Started out 5 wide, but they brought the halfback back in. And they're perhaps the same, running up 5 wide. Halfback comes in. Looks like they could run the option here. It's the keeper. That's a well-designed play. I like that one. Brian Merriman couldn't get anything going there. Only a 2-yard gain.
What's interesting about the players of the game, these 4 were also players of the week for the respective teams in week 1 of the season.
That's why we pay you the big bucks, Gunny.
Wait a minute. I'm paying him?
Oh, you're not paying him?
I pay him with my gratitude.
I see.
Hey,
won't tell Gunny that you're paying me.
There you go. Athletic director for Western Michigan, Jacob Clear, in the chat, by the way.
Welcome, Jacob Clear, cheering on your team.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. This is a bad sign. Is this the quarterback?
That's the quarterback.
Or
That is the quarterback.
Wow.
This could be an interesting turn of events while we wait to hear news.
Oh, there it is. Oh!
Oh, my. Dude. Solstrom.
Dude, you could have had 6 points, dude.
Dude. He wants that one back. So it looks like we could have the backup quarterback in the game with Brian Merriman, perhaps on the sideline here with an injury. We'll be waiting for an update. Second dangerous pass in a row. That one also had the chance to potentially be picked off. Nope, this is Brian Merriman still in the game. That is Brian Merriman, the starting quarterback. He is in there still.
Oh, then. Oh my. He's so dangerous right now. What is he doing?
We need to check him for potentially a head injury or something.
Or glass. No,
Make sure.
Did he forget his contacts, maybe?
Something.
That might have been what he lost on that tackle.
Popped out of contact.
Jacob Clear, tell Jack Brown if he's interested to DM me. I'd love to give that team up and let somebody else run it.
The Broncos are actually lucky to escape that first series with no defensive points by the Tigers. And Memphis has the ball short of their 20. Give up the middle to Stonefly Rush on 7-yard gain. And they're underway. Just across the 25-yard line, out of the pistol. Here's the keeper.
That was I thought that might have been a horse collar too. Look at this from behind. Oh, no, his hand was good.
3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Lining up 5 wide here in the shotgun. Drops back. Good time in the pocket. Goes short across the middle to Kenneth Lewis. Not enough for the first down. Sets up a punt. Moon Doggy Trammell, 1 for 1 on that drive.
Bob Funk, to answer your question, UNLV blew out Kansas. Akron blew out #1 Old Dominion. And San Diego State pulled away from Houston near the end. So those are your 3 winners tonight.
Yes, the lower ranked teams have won all 3 games so far this evening.
Wow. I guess there's parity in the AACL, Gunny.
I believe so. I'm a little worried this week then.
Ooh, that's a
The
nice
Broncos
dive.
are looking to cash in on some of that as well. Here we see their first large gain down the field. Chris Hayden with the reception.
That was a pretty pass.
Brian the Fireman Merriman, who's just going to chuck it tonight, it looks like. Finally, he's getting some, finally connecting with his receivers here. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
I like the way he throws the ball, by the way. He's got some pop on it, and he throws a nice spiral. It's nice and tight. He's a good-looking quarterback. There's another one.
A certain coach of a certain team that lost tonight, whose team rhymes with the Jayhawks, is looking at this quarterback in this offense and wondering why his team doesn't throw the ball down the field like this, but that's neither here nor there. Brian Merriman on the keeper, touchdown.
Brian Merriman says, I don't need to throw every time. I can use my arms or I can use my legs.
He's like, Memphis, which way would you like me to beat you? Would you like me to toss 5 touchdowns? Would you like me to run you over?
We can do it all. You know, we didn't really hear his name. I don't remember hearing his name a lot last week, to be honest with you.
He played, if I remember right, I think Western Michigan had played a good game. They just didn't quite have the firepower in their matchup to emerge victorious.
Yeah, I believe so. They lost to Indiana by a couple points. I'm looking at it. He did throw for 237 yards and 2 touchdowns, so not bad.
That was the play. That was the game. You remember? It was tough. While we're talking about another game, this one's going on.
Yeah.
Indiana. The difference in that game was Indiana punt hit the pylon. They gave the Broncos the ball at like the 6-inch yard line, and they were caught for a safety on the next play, and that was the difference in the game.
That's right. Eagles the bitch was the one who made the tackle.
That's right.
Made the safety. That's right.
Right.
And I think Chad Rowland has reminded me of that every day this week.
So Western Michigan they were in a dogfight last week with Indiana. They're hoping to have success here tonight against Memphis. They were up 7-zip here early in this game. Memphis with their second possession. Oh my gosh, that one could have gone to the house. Just fell out of the hands of the linebacker. Wasn't quite ready for that one.
You know,
Second and 10.
I gotta say too, these Western Michigan white uniforms are pretty clean. They're kind of eye-catching.
I think, Dave, you just say that because it reminds me of UCLA.
With the stripes on the shoulder and everything, it does.
Here's the keeper. Great keep, actually, by the quarterback. Moon Doggy Trammell, 12 yards there. Well executed option keeper there. Oh, we've got a lineman who's decided to join us today. Comes to the line just in the nick of time. Four wide receivers set here for the Tigers on first down. Wide receiver from the right cuts in. 4-yard gain. So far early, Memphis is looking to be content with this short passing game. Run the option now a couple times. Here's a great pitch.
Is that Moondoggy to Stonefly?
Adam Lott, you see that one. 19-yard gain there.
Oh, the backup.
Yeah, that was.
I thought that was going to be Flash Freddy myself.
Yeah, I couldn't tell who that was.
Under center now. Moondoggy drops back. Only a 2-yard gain. Adam Lott, second touch in a row here. They're now in the red zone. 2nd and 8. Moondoggy 4 for 5 early in this one. Catching the play from the sidelines. Here comes the option. Here's the keeper. Moondoggy.
Uh-oh.
Get up, Moondoggy Trammell. Get up, get up.
Bruised shoulder will return soon.
Oh, Flash Freddy also injured.
Oh, was that Flash Freddy?
That said Flash Freddy.
Okay, so that's his report from earlier. So we still got to wait on the report, and it looks like that backup is in. Holy smokes, what's going on in Memphis?
That was a fast first quarter.
It really was.
It felt like.
Yeah.
7-zip, the Broncos up early, but the Tigers are driving. They have a, is it a first down?
It was.
The pitch out. 3-yard loss on the pitch out to Stonefly.
Yeah, the Broncos saw that coming a mile away. Reminded me a little bit of that San Diego State defense against Houston earlier.
Yeah, can they tighten up here? Keep them out of the end zone. Here's the inside give. They're wrapped up. The Broncos are putting up a good fight here. Now the Tigers are going no huddle. Under center, getting the play call from coach on the sidelines. Gonna be a pass
wide.
Back across the middle. Oh my! William Williams.
Did he
Willie
drop
Williams dropped it
Wow.
in his hands and let it go.
We've seen a lot of drop.
Willie Williams is the backup quarterback. One of two passes for 4 yards.
Oh, who dropped the pass thing, Johnny?
I don't know. It didn't say.
These names pop up so fast. Mild concussion. Oh, Moondoggy's out for the game.
Quarterback Moondoggy Trammell is out with a concussion.
Wow.
That is not good.
That is a huge deal. Yeah, I guess I do love those UCLA uniforms.
Memphis is going to be thinking about that. I'm sure coach is on the sidelines right now trying to make adjustments, but that's heartbreaking for them here at home in week 2.
So early in the game.
Back to the Broncos on the field. Brian Merriman, the gunslinger, early on, throws that one away. Good protection, though. Had all day in that one, but good coverage downfield by the Tigers. 2nd and 10 out of the pistol. Here's a little screen dump off.
Yep. You can always see that coming with that quarterback stutter step.
5 yards there on the reception by Gerald Bradley. 6 for 10. Quarterback Brian Merriman is here. He's got four wide receivers on 3rd down. 3 to the right. Got all day. Looks to the right. Great connection for the first down. J.D. McNair, 17 yards on that out route.
I'm really impressed with this quarterback, Gunny. Gunny, do you remember him lighting it up like this last week? I know I said he had a couple hundred yards, a couple touchdowns. I just don't remember him being this efficient.
No, I mean, he looks like he's leading the passing and I believe he leads the team in the rushing also.
That was another great play there by quarterback Brian Merriman, going right down the field. So far, they've been attacking since the get-go here.
Second consecutive reception by McNair.
That was a bad decision. I'm shocked that wasn't intercepted.
2nd and 10 now. Trips to the bottom side, at the bottom of our screen. Now that's shotgun. Similar route to J.D. McNair earlier that picked up 17 yards for the first down. This one goes to Thomas Evans. Just 4 yards, though. So that's a 3rd down. Trips to the top of the screen out of this shotgun. Halfback to the right. Brian Merriman has been going downfield so far all night long. This is a similar play. Picked up a first down with that route earlier. This is Thomas Evans. His 2nd straight reception. 10 out of 15 for 111 yards here. 2nd quarter. Brian Merriman out of the pistol this time. Across the middle. Wide open.
Dude, this guy's like a surgeon, man.
He's been impressive. I don't remember the Broncos this freewheeling last week against Indiana. They only scored 21 in that game. They were already up 2 touchdowns here on the board. Not even halfway through the 2nd quarter.
And on the road. They were on the road last week too, I think.
They were home last week. But now all this pressure, I was about to say, this Memphis defense with the starting quarterback out, this Memphis defense has got to find a way to rein in Brian Merriman and these Broncos if they're going to have a chance in this game. This return is helping. Fantastic kick return here. Stonefly rush, 44 yards out to midfield. I mean, this will go a long way to help you when you've lost your starting quarterback now for the game. What has Coach put in play here? Out of the pistol, first down. They need to find a way to march this ball down the field. Quarterback keeper.
I'll take that. William Williams for a second there. I thought he was going to run the wrong way. But he was just staking out the defense, I think. Well, last week, Moondoggy threw for over 300 yards and was responsible for 2 Memphis touchdowns. So those are some big shoes to fill for William Williams.
Yeah, and here we see perhaps some confusion on the exchange there. Quarterback and running back aren't quite in sync, perhaps. Sets up a 3rd and 5. They want to stay on the field here. They don't want to give this ball back to the Broncos at this point in the game. Here's the fake. Great play. Oh, it's incomplete.
Wow. The Western Michigan defense showing up too. I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders on offense and defense. Memphis has got to, I mean, even with your starting quarterback, that's a feat, but to have to do it with your backup quarterback, it's going to be tough.
And Memphis really needed that. It looked like they coach had the right play call. Off the play fake, he had his, perhaps it was a tight end, I couldn't quite see, in a good spot, wide open.
Right now, the away teams are holding serve. They've won 2 of the first 3 games of the night.
Akron was the home winner, Gunny?
Yes, Akron was the home team.
I don't even know what to say about this. The parity in this league is crazy. We're only in week 2. I mean, we're gonna have, most of the league gonna be 1-1 going into week 3. Crazy.
The Broncos have a great chance here to really, I mean, is it too early to say perhaps put the game away with a touchdown here? That's a man's play there. Yeah,
that was a great play, great spin, great feet down the sideline. I would say it's definitely too early to put this away. Even if you're at 21-3 at halftime, Memphis can certainly score 3 touchdowns in the second half.
They just have to do it with their backup quarterback.
Yeah, Gunny.
Number 20 at least gained 20-plus yards just on the first missed tackle.
Wow. We don't have any data on that backup quarterback, right? We haven't seen him. We didn't see him last game at all. So William Williams he's got a lot cut out for him.
Yeah, really needs the defense to step up and get a stop here. The Broncos already across midfield, not showing any signs of slowing down. Now the Tigers have them in the 3rd down, but they're going hurry up. What's Brian Merriman going to do in the shotgun? Is this going to be a give, or is he going to try and be aggressive and go downfield? Chad Brown. Why don't you just stay on your feet there?
Yeah, those Chads always falling down too early. Typical.
Diva. 4 wide for Brian Merriman. 1st and 10. Clock's running. Oh.
Gerald Bradley looked like
Bradley takes a pop there.
Looked like he was barely running. Oh, Dude Solstrom.
6 tackles already for Dude. Remember, Dude could have had a pick 6 too.
Yep. And that's the worst pass I've seen him throw all day.
Well, here you go, Tigers. Here's your chance. Ball's on the 29, 28. So it'd be about a 45-yard field goal if you can stop them no gain here. Now the shotgun drops back. Hey, there we go. What are the Broncos going to do? Are they going to try the long field goal? Or will they try to punt and pin him?
We have a long field goal. 2 bad passes.
It'll be about a 45-yard field goal attempt.
Merriman, very uncharacteristic those last 2 passes, by the way.
The kick is good. Solid kick. I think, though, all things considered, Memphis has got to feel that was a victory on defense to stop the Broncos there, hold them to just a field goal.
I agree. And if you can put a touchdown on, you go in and you're only down a touchdown going into the second half. I'll take that.
Absolutely. And as it stands, they have all 3 timeouts, just about a minute on the clock. Is this another injury?
I think that was Flash Freddy again. Jeez, Memphis can't stay away from the injury bug.
Yeah, he was injured earlier, came back in the game, looked like he might get injured again.
Do you remember what his first injury was, Gunny?
I do not.
Bruised shoulder will return soon. I think that's what he had before.
William Williams lining up, spread out, and just short pass across the middle. It's up a 3rd and 5. I think that makes William Williams about 1 or 2 for 5 for about 10 yards so far in his relief appearance. Can they get the first down? They do, barely. Tiger Tom picks up the first down. William Williams now 3 for 6. 3 for 6 for 15 yards. He's got to take a shot here, though, soon down the field. Set up the screen. It's going to go nowhere. Good defense by the Broncos here. I think the Broncos are just kind of sitting back. They want to see if William Williams, the backup quarterback, is ready to play today. Good rush.
And then he fumbled. No way. No. Oh,
He
my
picked
God.
it up. Wow.
Dude, I thought that guy was going to run it in for the touchdown.
Unblocked. Big number 91 there, Luke, on the pressure. Hits William Williams and fumbles the ball.
The ball did come out before his knee hit the ground.
Wow. Memphis has got some talking to do in the locker room at halftime, that's for sure.
Well, defense.
Well, the good part about this game is every week you can change your defense or offensive schemes. So I think Memphis might want to think about that during the week.
Yeah, losing your starting quarterback is going to go a long way to.
Yeah, didn't somebody else lose their starting quarterback in week 1? I feel like we had somebody else go out.
Ryan Merriman still has 30 seconds on the clock. 1 timeout. They're out for blood here. Going deep across the field. But inbounds, yes. 17 yards to Chris Hayden.
Wow.
They are 6 of 8 on 3rd down conversions.
Unbelievable. This guy is. I'm so impressed with him. I'm blown away right now.
And they've got the ball inside. Inside the 15, almost on the 10-yard line. Now they're in the pistol, 3 wide receivers. There's the give, up the middle. Running back, good hole. Takes it all the way down. 2-yard line. The clock is running. They're saving the timeout. They're going to get this ball snapped quickly. Brian Merriman with the ball.
Oh!
Almost intercepted.
I can't believe we were just talking about Memphis' chance to go into the locker room, lay a touchdown down, and now they might be going down even more.
Yeah, 10 seconds left. They're saving that timeout out of the pistol. So going to throw this one. Looking across the middle. Finds his man. 17.
I believe that is Chris Hayden's 2nd receiving touchdown of the game as well.
Dude, Brian Merriman might be in the Heisman talk here. I'm blown away by his performance right now.
Broncos up 24-3 on the road. After that was that's an unfortunate fumble. You feel for the Tigers, and this is another fumble.
No. Oh my gosh. Memphis can't get out of their own way right now. Thank God the clock ran out.
Memphis, you guys take it in, have some snacks. Let's rest for a bit here. You guys need to regroup, right? So that happened.
This is as bad as that old Dominion game almost.
Well, it's really unfortunate for the Tigers. Excited to play here at home, and just losing your quarterback right off the bat. That's so hard. That's gonna be hard for any team in the ACL to overcome. And then on the top of it, when you're looking across the field, the Broncos, they're just like they came out firing tonight. I forget what the score was when Moondoggy went out with the concussion, but I feel like the Broncos were, had at least a 7-zip or 10-zip lead on them at that time. And here you see the stats. It's pretty. It's just domination so far by Western Michigan.
I almost feel like Memphis has more than 2 turnovers too.
It feels that way. It
does.
feels like the Broncos have been on the field the entire time. We see the time of possessions equal, but it just feels like they've had the ball the entire time and can do whatever they want.
Athletic director Freddie Trammell in the chat, not looking too happy right now.
I believe you're correct on the. I believe it was 14-3 or 10-3 when Moondoggy went out of the game. And also, I remembered who the quarterback last week that was injured. It was the Air Force quarterback.
Oh, that's right. I should have known that since it was against me. I was surprised, Gunny, too. I don't know if you saw how Air Force dropped the most in the polls. They dropped 9 spots, which I think was completely unfair when you had to play without your quarterback the whole game.
That's probably true. I believe the rankings are going to kind of even themselves out after 2 or 3 more weeks. Around week 4, it'll kind of even out and it'll be a little bit better than what it was this week.
Yeah.
Tigers receive the second half kickoff. William Williams, again, the backup quarterback, if you're just joining us. Moondoggy, the starting quarterback for the Tigers, is out for the game with a concussion. We're watching William Williams, the backup quarterback, take his lumps here against the Broncos.
Stone Fly and Flash Freddy need to have some big games in the second half.
Yeah.
They need to step up in place of Moondoggy.
We've seen teams come back from this deficit right here in the AACL already on the young season. Of course, those teams weren't facing this type of adversity. Even if Memphis can get things going on the offensive side of the ball, they still have to contend with the Broncos' attack, and quarterback Brian Merriman is having himself a day.
Yeah, yes, he's pretty much having his way with that Memphis defense for sure. Uh-oh, get out of here. Now Stonefly's hurt too. So let's see, their starting quarterback, their starting running back, their number 1 receiver / returner, all being hurt throughout this game. That's great.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that.
I don't either.
And,
I mean, he's out for 2. He's out for the rest of the game. 2 quarters.
Yes, that's just unfortunate.
I mean, Freddie in the chat is so pissed off. There are several athletic directors and coaches who are upset at the results they have seen on the field tonight. In week 2, it's only week 2.
All-American Coaching League.
It's only week 2 and everybody's pissed off already. Oh my God!
Back to half the league right now after week 2.
That's just too fucking.
Back to
funny.
the drawing board.
That's amazing.
William Williams though is going to start firing here. Here's a good completion over the middle. Finds Kenneth Lewis. So they got something going here. They're down 3 scores. They've taken 2 minutes off the clock here almost in the opening drive of the second quarter. If they can punch this in without anyone else
that was a push sack.
Getting hurt.
He didn't tackle me, he just pushed. He's just like, sit down, boy. Oh, dude. Hey, Gunny, I think with all these offensive injuries, Memphis' defense is going to have to save this game if there's any chance.
The good part about it is Memphis backups and second stringers, they're getting quality game time, which will maybe help it future along in the season.
Ooh, look at Willie Luke. Benji, that guy was a beast right there.
He wants his chance to shine.
Bob Funk saying Western Michigan definitely cheating and going for the big hits. Oh, man.
William Williams in the pistol, drops back on 3rd and 6. He's got a man wide open.
Flash Freddy.
He has to come back, though, too far for the ball.
Go for it. Oh, come on.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Dude, seriously, come on. You got to go for it there.
Points on the board.
I might have even challenged the first down spot because I think when he caught the ball, he was past the marker.
Refs doing him no favors tonight in Memphis. And here's some numbers. Last 5 Western Michigan drives: touchdown, field goal, touchdown, touchdown, and a punt.
4 out of 5 scores.
So we'll see if they try and melt some clock with the running game here on first down. Good carry, 9 yards by Jared Bradley. When you're up on the road like this and your opponent can't seem to do anything right, stars are aligned against them, at some point, do you just like call the dogs off and try and salt this one away as quickly as possible? Or are you going to run the no huddle here and you're going to go 4 wide if you're Brian Merriman?
Oh, and what
there
do
we
you,
go.
And then you pay for it. Oh, is that good? He gone. He gone.
He's going to take this one to the house. He might
oh, it's going to be so close.
First, Western Michigan turnover. Reggie Poole on the interception when you had to have something. Could this be a spark? Reggie Poole almost takes this one back to the house. William Williams is up off the bench. Running back onto the field.
If Memphis comes back and wins this game, I'll be even more shocked than I am at watching Merriman play today.
And he keeps it, calls his own number. Perfect. Just like that. The Tigers strike. So you're telling me there's a chance?
Definitely a momentum swing with those 2 plays right there.
They're going to try the extra point. They could have tried for 2, but we're early here. Early, as in a minute and a half left in the third quarter.
I love the momentum swing. I love the not giving up. I love the fight in Memphis right now. I mean, another defensive stop and a touchdown, and we got a ball game.
Oh my.
One turn deserves another. Dude, the offensive guy threw that defensive guy, and the other guy said, I don't think so. Oh my God.
The Broncos, 1st and 10, spread it out wide again. Brian Merriman dropping back to pass. They're going to keep the pedal to the metal, it looks like.
Well, let's see if it comes back to bite him in the ass.
For all this gunslinging, Western Michigan only has just over 200 yards passing in the game.
Really?
Yep.
That's surprising.
That makes it 1st and 10.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any really long pass plays.
No.
209 yards.
He's just look at that, though. He's very precise.
That's good for a gain of 10 yards. That'll make it
Sets up a 2nd and inches right at midfield.
That last pass was on the wire, man. That was crazy.
There's the keeper. Great fake. Brian Merriman picks up the first down. 30 yards from your quarterback on 4 rushes. Those are some great yards to get from your quarterback in that option game. Here's the give up the middle. So now we see them starting to mix in a little bit more of the run game. Now the pistol. Nice, easy formation to run out of. And here Brian Merriman keeps it. Looks like he's going to pick up the first down. And here we see total yards. The Broncos are almost doubling up Memphis here. So we reach almost the end of the third quarter.
I don't think Western Michigan has any plans on slowing down. Look at, they're still going no huddle. They are running more, like you said, but it's almost as effective as the passing attack.
Yeah, keeps the defense on the field. You can I mean, they're having their way tonight on the road in Memphis, and that is the end of the third quarter. Memphis, nothing is going right for the Tigers tonight at home. They found a score there in the third quarter. They are still down. They're within striking distance, but they need another turnover quick, I think. They're going to have a chance in this one. The Broncos are on the move. Another first down. And they are going to keep running this no-huddle approach. They have 3 wide receivers now lined up in the pistol. 3 wide receivers, yep. Halfback in motion, comes back in to block. They are just looking to go downfield here.
That could have been a great defensive stop. He ran it right over him.
Yeah.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
22 out of 33 for 231 yards. So far as Brian Merriman. 2 trips into the red zone, 2 touchdowns for the Broncos tonight. All the time in the world.
Pass. Comes all the way to the other side of the field back to Marcus Cox. Wow.
You know everything's going right for you. You can kind of just float out there like that, not a care in the world, and throw that ball all the way back across the field and find your guy for first. And every single Tiger in the stadium is in on that tackle.
You know,
2nd and 4.
If they get home to a field goal, it's still a 2-score game. Oh, that's a first down.
Is he in on that?
Dang it. No, first of all.
Number 56 makes the tackle at the 1-yard line.
I think quarterback Brian Merriman is going to keep this one. Lining up under center row. Heavy
scored
set.
the last 10 unanswered points.
Oh, what was that? What was that, Gunny? Hey, Gunny Jarhead, 2 tackles, 1 deflection.
There we go. Memphis had scored the last 10 unanswered points. It was 24-3 at halftime.
Okay, somebody had a strained bicep for the return soon, but I didn't see who it was. Oh!
There we go.
That
Tigers.
was huge. Holding them
Not
to a
giving
field
up.
goal right now is huge.
That makes it 3rd and goal.
Good play there. By
Reggie
the
be cool
defense.
with the tackle behind the line.
3rd and goal. Line up in the heavy set. From the 5-yard line, Brian Merriman drops back again, all the time in the world.
Oh,
and he's going to get sacked.
The guy just beeline for him. Look, he's like, I'm tired of waiting. Oh, I don't know who that was, but that was great.
There was no one to throw to.
Somebody Ray or something.
No Broncos. Uh-oh.
Oh, that could be huge. Is
Brian
that Merriman?
Merriman's out.
Wow. Jacob Clear in the chat. What the hell was he waiting for? A written invitation? Running the clock.
We're letting this clock run. Memphis, would you think about calling a timeout if you knew that they were going to melt this clock down like that?
Probably.
Losing precious time.
Yeah, probably. This could be the key point in the game. If they injury update, her additional returns, abdominal strain will return soon. Merriman.
Tigers need a great return here.
I thought he was going to step outside.
Had some room to the outside. Flash Freddy on the return. Still a good return though. Sets them up about the 30-yard line. William Williams, the backup quarterback, pressed into duty tonight, has got to throw this ball down the field. 3 wide receivers in the set.
They'll turn that outside Tiger time.
6-yard reception.
Starting position for Memphis hadn't been too bad. Most of the time they've been starting around the 30-yard line.
That's not bad, huh?
Now he's taking what the Broncos are giving him here. Another pass out to Tiger Tom. Now they're going no huddle. All of a sudden it looks like they have another gear. Look at this pep in their step. Again though, they need to start going down the field. 2 minutes and change here in the fourth quarter. Clock is running. William Williams, 9 out of 12 in his backup duty. They are taking some time.
Wow.
Getting everyone into position. Drops back, and he throws shallow. Barely got the first down.
Yeah, I didn't understand why the clock was running last time. I thought he stepped out of bounds the play prior, too.
All 3 timeouts still on the side of the Tigers.
Look at that ball keep going.
That was about the first downfield throw we've seen William Williams attempt.
And
Everything's been underneath and short.
I think that just showed why.
Yeah, 10 passes or 57 yards. That's like a 5.7 average. So yes.
Touchdown, onside touchdown is what we need, folks.
Right at the 50, William Williams drops back, finally slings it, and Javon Johnson almost had an interception, but that one dropped.
Dropped it.
And they're going to go for it here, 4th and 4. They have to convert here, obviously, if they're going to have any hope of that miracle comeback.
Yeah, that's it. It's over.
Sacked on the play. That's just unfortunate. Good play, good blocking by the offensive line, giving him all the time. But when he drifted to the left, he drifted far enough to the left that the defensive end there for the Broncos just kind of easily wrapped him up, and the ball goes over on downs.
Wow. And then I think Memphis has given up. Ironically, Dandy Don will be singing in Memphis.
It's as this one winds down, it's actually, I feel like we didn't even see a true game tonight. I think Moondoggy going out so early in this game, I think it almost feels like it wasn't a fair fight. Injuries happen, of course, but man, Memphis got bit tonight by the injury bug big time.
Well, Flash Freddy went out twice. You lose your quarterback for what? 3.5 quarters. You lose Stonefly Rush for 2.5 quarters. You're starting running back, and Flash Freddy goes out twice. It's hard to recover that when your top 3 weapons are all hurt.
Yeah, on a night where this Bronco team on offense looked really good.
They did. This Merriman cat is something else. Again, though, right? Not the big numbers, but just very efficient, very precise, very surgical. He just tore this Memphis defense apart tonight. As he does it again. Look at that. Perfect. That's a perfect pass.
That was 4th and inches play.
And look at that.
And they're 9 of 12 on 3rd down conversions.
Wow. I don't think Western Michigan will be ranked 23rd after tonight.
Nope. I think people will be talking about the Broncos. Brian Merriman, and they, from the jump, I thought that they were being really aggressive, going down the field from the snap. I think that was just part of the game plan for tonight. Let's just be aggressive. Let's go downfield. Let's make something happen. And that's exactly what they did.
The dumpster fire division is what is if the Broncos in this game that they're 2-0 on the night, and the Bootleggers are 0-2.
Wow. What was it? And then what were the other? San Diego State. Who played in the first game?
Kansas.
UNLV and Kansas.
Oh, so the Wayward division is also 2-0, and the I-35 division is 0-2. Interesting. So it looks like it's the Waywards and who? And the Dumpster Fires, Gunny?
Yeah, the Dumpster Fires were 2-0.
Wow. See, and that's why we have Gunny around.
We're seeing some of the highlights here. Not very many highlights tonight for Memphis, but again, that's just unfortunate when injuries played such a big role in the outcome of this game. That's the nice thing about the AACL is that players, these Memphis Tigers, are going to miraculously heal tomorrow, and they can get started working on the game plan for next week. The Broncos, I have a feeling, are going to really enjoy this win tonight and enjoy this next week, hearing the AACL talk about this big victory in Memphis.
Wow.
I don't even know what else to say to recap this one. This one has a big asterisk on it in my mind, and we don't. Do we know more? I mean,
look at 81 passing yards. I mean, when your starting quarterback goes out, what else do you expect? I mean,
well, exactly.
There's really nothing
so
else to say. Let's look at Willie Williams though. 11 to 16, 63 yards. He didn't throw any picks. Right, he got sacked 3 times though.
A valiant effort, William.
Stonefly Rush was on his way to 100 yards, 47 yards through not even 2 quarters. Is pretty good.
If I'm Memphis, I shut the door on this one and move on. Right, move forward next week, week 3. Let's get started on that one. It's too bad that it swung this way for them here in their home opener.
You know, Benji, let me ask you and Gunny something. Do you think, you know how in the NFL when you have a short week, right? You have a Sunday night game and then you have a Thursday night game or something like that. Do you think because of the quick turnaround in weeks 1 and 2 here in the AACL, which we won't ever happen again? Normally we'll play our games Monday through Thursday, but we just played Thursday and now we're playing Sunday already. Do you think that has anything to do with it?
Have you seen a lot of game plan changes?
I did actually. There was more game changes for week 2 than there were for week 1.
I think it makes a difference. I think speaking as a coach in the AACL, I made decisions on my game plan that I didn't have really. And that was due to the short term.
Right.
So,
by the way,
we saw some teams get blown out tonight, right? So was it as a result of some of the fast turnaround and lack of time to think things through or try and see how things play out on the practice field?
Maybe. Gunny, what do you think? Although we did see San Diego State use their time really well in shutting down the Navy offense that Houston runs. I don't know. Gunny, what do you think?
I'm not sure if it really hampered anyone or not. 3 of the teams that were traveling took away victories today, so I think they were a little bit more prepared. They came in treating it like a business trip compared to the schools that were already at home.
Yeah, maybe taking a little something for granted there, knowing that they weren't going to have to travel on a short week. Maybe, I don't know. Very, very interesting games tonight, though, Benji.
I think that's going to be the theme of the week. I wouldn't be surprised if we see the rest of the games in week 2 be shocking. Teams we see high up in the poll laying an egg to, and the teams that didn't perform well in week 1, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of them even their mark to 1-1 here at the end of week 2.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Well, just like you guys said, the 9th seed was upset by the 20th seed. Number 13 upset number 1. Number 16 upset number 10. And number 23 upset number 11.
Is that a case of just our commissioner being really terrible at ranking teams in preseason? Or is it our commissioner being really bad at ranking teams in the preseason? No, I'm just joking.
I think it could be both, actually, Benji.
Hey, that's why we play the games.
That's why we play the game. So what do you think about these? Look at poor Memphis. Couldn't get even 100 yards passing or rushing.
again, this one hasn't, in my mind, I've got an asterisk on this game because we don't know who Memphis is yet. After seeing this game, I was looking forward to, just like they were, I'm sure, week 2, and to have the game affected by these injuries, that's just gets this asterisk on my end. Again, we see the kicker for Memphis as the player of the game. It's the second kicker tonight
Terrible.
that received offensive player of the game for their team. Jared Jenkins 2 for 2 on those field goals, and then Reggie Poole 4 tackles and an interception. Had that one turnover, almost took it back to the house, which would have been huge. Memphis did wind up scoring the touchdown though on that possession, but Reggie Poole, if he could have taken it to the house, that for a moment there it looked like it could have sparked the Tigers. And then for the Broncos, this was Brian Merriman's game from the tip. He was excellent tonight, very impressive, and we will. I know I'll be tuning in to see how the Broncos fare in Week 3. See if this offensive attack led by Brian Merriman performs well like they did here tonight. 3 total touchdowns by Brian Merriman, 26 of 38 for 264 yards, carried the ball 8 times for just 22 yards, but a few of those carries were really effective in the option game. And Anthony Luke, the right end, 3 tackles, include 2 for a loss and a sack, and then a forced fumble. Anthony Luke is your player of the game for the Broncos. And that puts a bow on this 4th game of the night and the first night of Week 2 in the AACL. I'm going to turn to my colleagues here. Dave, Gunny, your thoughts? Any last thoughts on this one tonight?
Gunny, go ahead.
The Memphis was led by, even though Reggie Poole was their player of the night, also middle linebacker Half-Mind Trammell. He racked up 10 tackles, so he was a stalwart on the Memphis defense. Also, I'm not sure what happened to one of the players to look forward to for the Western Michigan Broncos, strong safety John Lewis. The ball didn't maybe come his way a lot. He might have been Revis Island or Lewis Island, you might want to say, because the ball wasn't passed too much coming his way. So he wasn't really needed to be there this evening, just to be there, just to help support the run.
I think, Benji, you nailed it on the head earlier, too. I think we didn't see the real Memphis team here tonight with all those injuries. I think we're all going to be anxious to tune into Week 3 and see, the real Memphis Tigers, if they will please stand up. Please stand up.
It stinks to lose a game. It stinks to lose a game, period. It really stinks to lose a game like that if you're Memphis. So
it does. But here's the great thing, though, right? Is, you know what? We're only in Week 2. You've got 8 more games to go. That's just one of them. So shake it off. Get healthy, and come back next week and take care of business. That's it.
That's it. Well said. Well, thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight. Another successful evening. Thank you, Dave Axis, for all the work you do, for bringing the AACL to life. We really appreciate it.
My pleasure.
If you thought these games were good tonight, well, some of them weren't the best. If you think these games were fun to watch, join us tomorrow night. I don't even know who's playing off the top of my head.
I have it right here. So tomorrow night, starting again at 8 p.m. Eastern, East Carolina Pirates travel to Syracuse. That's going to be a very colorful game. The purple uniforms against the orange. So make sure you bring your sunglasses tomorrow if you're going to watch that game. That game after that will be even more interesting, Benji, because Air Force, who last week was struck with the injury bug like Memphis was tonight, will be back at full strength, traveling to Louisiana Tech, the number 3 team in the nation. So that's going to be probably the game of the night, in my opinion. After that, we have Iowa State traveling to Washington State, who impressed everybody last week the same way Western Michigan impressed teams tonight. And then the nightcap tomorrow night, your 4th game, Central Michigan, by far so far the worst team in this league, traveling to Marshall, who I don't know if Gunny, if you have that information, but I believe Marshall lost a very close game in week 1, and I want to say it was like by a couple points, if I'm not mistaken. So
that game was about to go into overtime, and the UCF Knights threw a Hail Mary pass about 50 yards into the end zone.
That's right, which
on
ended
the last
up
play of the game.
That's right, which ended up being your AACL Week 1 Play of the Week, and it's in the Discord under the Play of the Week if you want to go watch that. That was actually pretty crazy. So, Gunny, thank you for that. So, Benji, we've got 4 great games on tap tomorrow night. We're looking forward to them. Benji, thanks for calling 2 games tonight. Gunny, thanks for being on this game. Appreciate you guys. Everybody else that was involved in the broadcasting. Appreciate all of you. Thank you for pitching in. Everybody in the chat, everybody watching. A couple new comers I saw pop in. Welcome to the All-American Coaching League. We're here 4 nights a week. This week we're only here 3 nights a week, but normally we'll be here Monday through Thursday. So 4 games down, 8 more to go for week 2. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This has been another presentation of the All-American Coaching League brought to you by Axis Sports. We will see you tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, as East Carolina and Syracuse kick things off tomorrow night. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night now.